Here we are on a Thursday night, giving you your Thursday night feast of racing right here on the platforms of OOR, and exciting for this one. We're going to take you to Italy, and with some more interesting circuit names throughout the track. We'll get to them very, very shortly as we go through a little bit of a track walkthrough. You can see cars there on the circuit at the moment. It is great to have you all along. My name is Brad Spark, with you in commentary with Daniel. He is here, and mate, you've been putting in a whole lot of overtime. I hope your invoice is getting paid.
I wish we were getting paid for this, to be honest. Considering I think I put more effort into this than my own job, mate.
No one's getting paid for this, folks. It's all good. But welcome to LMU racing around Monza. I'm excited for this because, I mean, we've seen a whole heap of action this season so far, and just the chaoticness. Is that even a word? I've just created it. Leave me alone. Change my mind later. But I reckon this is going to be good.
Mate, I'm pumped up for it. We already saw a bit of action on Tuesday night in ELMS. There's quite a bit of chaos. just here and there in the LMP2s, and we're stepping it up with the hypercars tonight. We've already seen Stevie Ty run around, have a bit of fun. In these past couple of weeks, he's just been chilling in P2, but maybe, hopefully, gets a P1 out of today. We'll have to pray for it.
Only time will tell, my friend, and he's just got to want it a little bit more than what he has been, obviously. So, but you can see Bushell there on your screen with the hypercars. He's going around doing a lap. He's got purple up there, and but he is on his first lap out there. So we'll let him run through there. The usual suspects out on the circuit tonight as we start qualifying. So we've got Murphy, we've got Johnston, Saramana is out there. Also, Stevie Ty, as we've said. Benefield is out there running his first lap. It's just all here. And, of course, with the GT3s, we've got all the usual suspects there as well. So it's going to be a good night.
Prep for it. So I could say so as we're prepped for it. We've done our research on our drivers from this past season already. You can see Benny Vintner now coming across, set his first lap already. P5, solid start already. Everyone's still jumping and changing around, but I'm keen to see it because I believe I see Cam Thistlethwaite in something that isn't a Toyota this time.
No, it does not have that kind of trademark that we're normally seeing from him.
Yeah, I was right. He's in a Cadillac this time around.
Maybe he decided to change as good as a holiday. I mean, you just never know. Well, that's not a great shot, is it?
That's really a bit of probably not the change he was looking for, especially in the one. There goes his flying lap.
Yeah, there you go. He's going to have to go back round and start again. But, mate, I mean, Monza itself will just have its own challenges. I mean, turn one, I feel, is just going to be chaotic on the first lap just in itself. And then the whole track, and then you've got this great big lovely straight, that great big wide turn right at the end. What do you think these drivers need to look out for?
Definitely consistency is a key one, because we've seen it already past couple of just weeks in general. There's been a bit of consistency issues with some of the drivers. But one thing I have to know, your mindset on this track is a lot different to some other people that I've heard. We heard Tim Goeb's opinions on it on Tuesday night, and it's dare I say, quite the opposite of you, mate.
All right. Okay. I'll have to go back over that.
You actually seem quite excited to be at Monza, not for good reasons.
I don't mind Monza, seriously, as a track that you just go around. Like, as an Academy driver, I remember my first Academy race here, and they literally had to put us straight in the safety car because someone had really botched the opening lap. So, yeah. Memories, really.
I mean, that's a cool thing we can do in LMU. There's the Curva Grande circuit where they skip the first chicane, but they don't do it because it's boring.
Yeah.
It's a bit sad, to be honest, because I feel like you'd almost get some like NASCAR vibes of just going full glory down the main straight and not really having to brake at all.
Yeah.
But then it just turns the second chicane into a wreck fest, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Just having a look at the chat. Thank you for watching at home, by the way. There's got someone here. I don't even want to talk about turn one. Okay. We won't talk about it a whole lot then.
Poor Damiano suffered quite a bit on Tuesday night in T1.
This is what I'm saying. Like, this is going to be interesting. I'm just a little bit giddy for it, if anything. And
do we see someone lock up and take Benefield out in T1?
Oh, no, I reckon Benefield's going to get there before anyone else. Did I just mention he's going to go into pole position without even knowing that? I don't know.
It's expected of it.
It is expected. It is very expected at the moment. So here he is on screen now. He has put through a purple, and he's currently sexted 2 as a yellow.
Ooh. I can see him and Stevie Ty kind of chopping a change. A bit of Vintner sitting at the top of the tables now. Purple third sector. Certainly a bloody fast lap. It's dumped Benefield all the way down to P5, and he's not getting there.
No, it might be an interesting change. We might see Benefield maybe not P1, which is definitely going to be a little bit of a change for well, we're up to round 5 now.
I mean, he's probably won the championship by now already, surely enough. I think if you add all his deltas together, it probably equals his championship points.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but that is it's a weird sight to see. Maybe he just hasn't had luck, especially in that second sector. It's a bit tricky in the hypercars. You can't really touch the curbs at all in them. Otherwise, you're sent to the shadow realm, really. Unlike some of these GT3s, like obviously Harry Lawrence is certainly proving it in the Aston, same with Talbot, they're top, starting to become our usual suspects at the top if everything goes smoothly for them. But you can really see Benefield also just on the time grid. He's gotten purple sector 1 again, which is really just like the first chicane, and I think maybe the second one as well. So plenty of time to lose and gain there, but he's still managed to gain. He's gone green for his second sector now, so he might be on his best lap here.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll keep an eye on that. Stevie Ty, 3rd in the standings currently at the moment, so still sitting down the pack a little bit. So come on, Stevie, come on, pick up your game. And then Saramana and Vintner is up there in P1 at the moment. And Benefield, he's just done it. He's just done it. Gone straight to pole position.
What can I say? We knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
2 tenths up on Vintner in just 1 lap.
Just crazy. Just enough.
That's masterclass right there.
That is. And we would only expect it from Benefield. So that puts Vintner in 2nd, Saramana in 3rd, and Ty in 4th. And who was the... Oh, Bushell in 5th.
Yeah, Mark Bushell, he's worked his way up in the Toyota. I think Barcelona the other week, he wasn't having too good of a race. I think he might have been battling tech issues or something like that, because we didn't see him really on track a lot for that. But he seemed to sort out everything now, and he's on track now. So he's back in the game and certainly fighting with some force being there in P5.
Yeah, absolutely. Some real... you can really do some damage there in P5. It's a good position to be in. Now let's have a look at your GT3s. Of course, Talbot up there. Also, Philippa and Jacobs is there. Lawrence and Rashudi as well. And don't write off Chet. He's been putting on some great performances as well in P6.
Certainly, and it seems Rashudi's kind of found his groove out this track as well. He's normally been outside that top 5, kind of lagging near around that top, just scraping the top 10, and he's secured himself a very solid P5 at the moment.
Now, I want to know, mate, I really want to know, where is our mate, Chris Neville? Because I cannot see him on the standings tonight.
He's not driving tonight, ironically.
Oh, that's probably why he's not here.
I know his opinions on Monza. He doesn't like it. And so promptly has gone, up, let a reserve drive, let them drive around hell for an hour. He's over it.
I don't understand. Do you like it? Are you a fan of Monza?
It depends what I'm driving.
Yeah.
It very much depends what I'm driving. If I'm in a GT3 car, cool, I'm sending it for glory. But if I'm in like an F1 car or a hypercar, I'm hating life.
All right.
The curbs just like yearn to be jumped over in a GT3.
Yeah. No, I get it. So qualifying is now finished. Benefield, no surprise there, takes P1 for the hypercars, then Vintner, then Ty, then Saramana, and then Rupee actually snaffled 5th from Bushell. So then Packham and then Thistlethwaite in 8th. And then looking at the GT3s, Jacob, Talbot, Philippa, Lawrence, Rashudi, Rocha, Chit, and Diabols there as well. So let's get ready to go racing. Do we want to place bets on Benefield tonight? Where are you going to go, mate?
I'm putting plus 45 this time around. I think I went too low.
45?
Timmy and I think it was Stevie Ty and I were joking a bit last night before going on comms. yesterday, we're going, if you're betting under 40, you're doing something wrong. That was his mindset about it, really, considering he's typically the one that has the 40-second gap to him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm
I get
putting
that.
it at 45 tonight.
I'm going to go 50. I'm going to be ambitious. 50. Yeah.
Closest 2 wins?
Yep.
Chris Pie 5? So we
Chris Pie 5.
You win, I'll fly up.
I will fly down to Melbourne and get it.
If not, I guess I'm flying up.
Sucker.
I mean, it might help me. The weather's been pretty terrible here in Melbourne this week. I've been freezing.
That is definitely not surprising.
Thankfully, the weather's better on track. It's not a wet Monza. We're in the dry. It's expected to be dry for all of it. Oh, that could have added some chaos if it was wet.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that would just be a completely different ball game in the wet. My lord.
Thankfully, we don't have to play that ball game tonight or watch the ball game unfold. So we'll get ready for everyone to start going. 10 seconds before they start their very short formation lap. I think I'm starting to think maybe these people in that top 5 might be not the greatest spot for them because we already saw it in ELMS on Tuesday night. I think it was Crispy. I think or Nathan Monks. I think actually he sat back a little bit in the P2s and it kind of saved him a little bit at T1, and it paid off pretty well. I think he came up with a P2 at the end of the hour, so that might be the strategy to play here, considering everyone's probably going to have to pit as well. So we might see some undercuts, possibly. Who knows?
It'll be definitely interesting. So as the cars start rolling for a short formation lap, I noticed that Brown and also Thistlethwaite are in the pit for the start of this race. That's never a good one. Oh, someone's Talbot. Is that just it glitching and they're actually on track, or?
Who knows? You don't see the GT3 group, but I do see Talbot.
Oh, there he is.
To the end of the pit lane. Maybe that might be the play to do. That might be the play here. Because obviously the hypercars will pull away when the green flag is waved, but they break a lot earlier than the GT3, so that we might see them bunch up in T1. And that could open the door to some chaos, but we'll wait very shortly as it's green flag and we're roaring away already. Benefield doing his usual biz and just kind of seeing himself into the future. We got 4 wide almost just behind them with all the hypercars going. Stevie Tyre, thankfully, in front of all of that. You can see Packham as well on the inside line there of Bushel. BMWs, everyone just kind of jumping up a little bit. 3 wide with the GT3s, bit of contact here. But so far, relatively clean start.
Absolutely. We thought turn 1 was just going to be an absolute bloodbath, but the gentleman did well to get through. All the drivers did well, in fact, to get through that into the dogleg now. That is 3 and 4, turns 3 and 4. I do have all the names here. I'm just too scared to pronounce them. Stevie Ty now on your screen. Got through pretty much unscathed as we get through lap 1. He's currently running 3rd, then Vintner in front of him, and then, of course, Benefield.
There's been a bit of chopping and changing at the front. Obviously, Talbot's sitting in the back of the grid now. So Lawrence has been lucky enough to get away with a pretty good start as well and holding that P1. You can see Jacobs and Rashidi just tailing along behind him. Rashidi definitely probably going to be a bit faster than Jacobs on the straight if he can get the exit done properly. Put all the power of that Ferrari to use. And you can see Rosser and Chit just behind them as well. So Chit certainly starting to put the pressure already on Rosser. Just keep an eye, especially in some of those low speed corners with Chit in that Porsche. He's a bit of a mess. You can see Thistlethwaite kind of working his way up through the GT3s already. You can see Adianke currently putting the pressure on the BMW now. This is like near the bottom of the grid, already on the back of the grid. Oh, that's Zoran there. Jeez, I'm losing track of who's driving what now. But Zoran under pressure by the AT there, and he's kept it together through Parabolica.
That is crazy. So, getting through the first lap of this race, fairly unscathed at the moment. No desperate dives. So let's keep it working now. Rashidi coming up against Lawrence. Is that Lawrence there?
No, that's not Lawrence. That's
No?
Jacobs at the moment.
Jacobs.
This is the battle for P2. He had a little bit of a run there on the exit of the first chicane, but Cam came out on the outside and kind of squeezed him. But Shooty trying to keep the pressure on the outside, but it's not going to be able to make it stick through the chicane. Still just getting that nose up in front. Can he get it alongside here? He's going to stay there as well.
Oh,
Just manages to squeeze in front of Jacobs as well, taking the P2 there, but Jacobs under pressure from the other McLaren of Rosser just behind him. Hopefully not going to be affected too hardly by it. He's lost a little bit just coming out of that corner there as well, onto the back straight.
you'd see he's just struggling for a little bit of grip there, if anything.
He's struggling quite a bit on that exit grip. I don't know, maybe it's just a McLaren Ferrari difference, but he's certainly struggling on that exit. And he had the speed in the middle of the chicane. He was able to hold it together, but it was on that exit, especially on that section chicane, where you could see Rashidi just crawl up alongside him again.
So working our way through, there was a dust pile back there. I wonder what that was. I didn't quite catch it. I just caught it just at the edge of screen. So we'll have a look at that maybe later. By the way, thank you to Benny back on the cameras tonight. So appreciate that, Ben.
He's having to deal with my rambling another night. Once again.
The sucker
He should
for
be getting
punishment,
paid.
Ben.
But let's not worry about that too much. We can see everyone's
fun times.
Lipper putting the pressure on Diabol's already in the first chicane there. Certainly using everything that Porsche can just to get that little bit closer. Might have a little bit of a run here, a little bit of slipstream. Sean Jacobs doing the same thing in Rashidi now. You can see him kind of trying to set up for that inside onto the chicane. Is he going to get the overlap? He's going
they're side by side
into the braking zone. This is very, very critical here. Shooty scooting across on the backside. Manages to stick to the outside line. And Ross is joining this as well. 3 wide out of the chicane. Rosser, Rashidi both get the better run. Rashidi goes through. Rosser still holding it against Jacobs there. Jacobs, unfortunately, having to slot back. Switches to the inside, puts the pressure on, but doesn't do anything with it. Chit now, also on the attack now. He's got the run as well. Can he get enough overlap just to make it nice and easy here? But it looks like Jacobs might have a bit better power than him. Holding that inside line. Chit not with enough overlap just yet. Going into the braking zone. Who breaks first? Chit backs off. Jacobs takes the line and just takes that back from him.
Oh my lord.
What a sequence.
What a sequence. Absolutely. And Jacobs is still under attack by Chit. And Chit has another bit of a look. Coming down alongside, almost doesn't quite squeeze into. They come round the corner. Can he get a better exit and get up ahead? He's alongside him now. It's the drag race now. Chit just not quick enough out of that corner. And Jacobs still having that position, but Net is still trying to fight for it as Chit goes into turn 1 and turn 2, still right on his bumper.
Oh, he had a cheeky bit of a look there to T1. I was thinking if he was going to lick the stamp incentive, but he hasn't. He's playing the safe game here at the start, which is good to see. He's already making up a few positions. He already got Rosser. He's already back. He's now up to P5. He's battling with pretty much the front runners at this point. Everyone's kind of still pretty batched together. You can see the other Rosser there in the Ferrari as well behind him. So he's still got quite a bit of work to put in, but he's just gonna have to keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. So Jacobs from Chit and Rosser. That's who is under attack at the moment. And you can see just those chase packs there. All right, let's have a look at our hypercars now. Benny Wittner is on your screen at the moment. And he is currently running in second. And, of course, Benefield actually not making a massive amount of ground. Although, what are we up to? About lap 3 at the moment. And hasn't quite cracked a second ahead yet. So, maybe Wittner might have a little bit of a crack at this.
Maybe, and it's kind of kept Stevie Ty in the game behind him a little bit as well. Maybe it just made it a little bit easier for him to keep track of where he is. But he's also equally got a bit of work to do at the moment, being just over a second behind Stevie Ty. Keeping up dust clouds in the background there as well. But might be what we see for the next bit if Benefield can't really get anything out of it.
Absolutely. For a change, Benefield might actually be under attack, which will be
have to defend.
Yeah.
Does he even know how to do that?
Well, we'll find out. Stay tuned. we might find out tonight as we go around Monza. Diabol's now on your screen. And he is currently running. Diabol. I'm just having a look now. Seventh, sorry.
Philippa's PA, Diabol's P7. This is certainly interesting here. Everyone's spaced themselves out a little bit now. Just kind of one long train. No one's really close enough to do anything, but just close enough to keep the engines roaring. It looks like Filippa might be setting themselves up here for maybe a bit of a run here onto the back straight. You can see just closing up a little bit in the middle of those corners. Hugging the rear bumper of Diabol's here. Do we see a move? Diabol's still holding the inside line. Filippa following in very, very closely.
There is
pretty much kissing that McLaren. Moves to the outside. Is he going to beat him under braking? Doesn't quite make it there. Very different line here, though. This could change what happens going into parabolic. You see him right back up on the backside of the McLaren once again. Maybe with a bit more of a run this time. Who knows? It's not going to help him at the moment. Still being held up. Diabol's doing their thing, just sitting in the middle of the track, trying to force Filippa to make the decision. Diabol's holds inside it there perfectly, slows Filippa up a little bit. It looks like a little bit of contact there. Thankfully, they both kept it together, but that might have just compromised Filippa on the exit here.
Some great driver skill there. Just trying to keep the car exactly straight, but still being menacing at the... See how close they are! Now they're coming up almost side by side. Is there a chance here? They're going through. There's a bit of bump and shove. Does not get the... I don't think Filippa just got the cornering they were looking for. And sits back behind Diabol's.
Once again, we can see Filippa probably going to do the same thing we saw just quite literally the lap before. Had the same amount of gap coming into the second chicane, and he might set it up the same way. You can just see on that corner exit is so much faster than Diabol's at the moment. But unfortunately, Diabol's just kind of being slower in the perfect spots where Filippa isn't just able to make a move past him.
That's the trick, isn't it? I mean, trying to just fill out your opponent. I guess both these drivers are trying to do that. Just seeing where they're fastest, where they're slowest, where the weaknesses are. Goes for another crack. Just has another look. Stays behind, though. Oh, no. Looking for another line. Goes straight through. And ends up staying behind Diabol's.
Well, getting a bit loose there as well. Might have compromised the run, but that Porsche certainly loves the slipstream of that McLaren. You see, just crawling little bit by little bit through the straight there, but this is where it's probably going to matter the most, coming into Parabolica now. Bit of a wider entry from Filippa. Maybe this might pay it off on the exit here. We'll see now. If pedals to the metal right now, obviously still quite literally in sniffing distance of that McLaren. Diabol's hugging that inside line already early. Filippa having a look on the inside on the main straight already. Switches back to the outside. Diabol's going to have to stay there. Can Filippa make it stick under braking this time? They go side by side into T1 once again. Elbows out. Panels are getting beaten together. BMW just behind them. Oh, Vada Vicky is joining the battle here. Putting the pressure on Diabol's as well. Filippa able to make the move stick there, but Diabol's still not out of the clear just yet as Benny Wittner also comes through here. Thankfully, getting away nice and easily now, but Vada Vicky on the inside of Diabol's this time. It's BMW versus McLaren. Diabol's a little bit further ahead. Stevie Ty just behind them as well, and Vada Vicky's just lost it a little bit, but kept it together. Almost going into the side of Stevie Ty there. Almost kind of saved him a bit, and you can see him almost clipping the Genesis, the Siri Minor there as well, trying to weave themselves through, but TA is going to be able to make his way through now.
Holy moly. How did that even just happen? That was crazy. It was a battle of just 2, and then 3 came into that.
Did we call it 4 with Stevie Ty rocking up in the middle of that?
Yeah. And even Benefield kind of just scooted by before it got really interesting.
Certainly lucky there. Same with Benny Vintner. You got pretty lucky there, kind of scooting around while they're going 2 by 2. And Stevie Ty probably not the happiest with that either. He was certainly starting to itch a bit closer to Vintner, and unfortunately has to put in a bit more effort now. But as we cut to a bit further down the grid, this is Madison and Zoran. Zoran on the inside line, Madison holding the outside. Both trying to keep it together. Madison on the outside line. You can see the other Corvette of Talbot there. And Aston Martin weaving themselves through the grid as well. Jeez, this is certainly getting interesting. I believe that's Murphy there coming through as well. Everyone weaving their way through. Literally all in a line here. BMW versus Corvette. Talbot was lucky enough to get Madison there on Parabolica, but not able to get anything on Zoran just in the T1 just yet. Madison still trying to chase him up a little bit. But Talbot, you can already see, pulling a little bit away then. Same thing there with Zoran.
So settling down a little bit. But not too much. As they come on down into the chicane, they all bunch back up again. Who's going to make a move? Comes out, has a little bit of a look as they come on round. Maybe thinking about it.
Maybe. Now he's kept it together, but a little bit of contact there. Cam almost getting involved in it too. But let's open the door for Madison now. He's going to see himself past Talbot now, but he's kind of boxed himself in there, but managed to get a little bit of a gap. Could have had a move done on Zoran, but doesn't quite get it. Zoran kind of stuck in the middle of no man's land there, having to defend against 2 Corvettes, but comes out on top.
Absolutely. Has defended nicely against those 2 vehicles. So let's see where they go now. On board with Talbot. Coming down the straight. Going round. About to go round Parabolica. In they go now. There's nothing in it. You can see there. They're already swapping paint jobs. Coming back around now. What's going to happen on the straight? There is nothing in it. You can see that gap there. Down the straight, Madison and Talbot going head to head, essentially. Talbot comes out, has a little bit of a look, and decides, no, we're not going to do it here. Gets through turn 1, turn 2. Coming back up to turn 3 now, and 4 into the chicane. Madison getting a little bit of air from Talbot now. But now as they come into the chicane, this is where they're all going to bunch back up again.
Zoran probably breathing a little bit now that Madison's held up, getting put under pressure by Talbot. But just in this corner here, Zoran probably didn't have the best line through there. He's under pressure once again, but keeps a hold of it. Probably doesn't take the best line here down. So
they don't all do.
But Talbot somehow manages to keep it together, going pretty much side by side with Madison now, coming into the Ascari chicane. Madison holding the inside line, which is possibly going to be the better move. Zoran does not know where to defend. He's kind of stuck in no man's land. They go side by side through a Ascari chicane, but Talbot comes out on top through it.
So there you go. Madison is now behind Talbot, but maybe not for long, as they go almost side by side down the straight. Will they go side by side into Parabolica? They will. Straight in. Talbot getting a little bit of an advantage. And looks like Madison will just sit behind Talbot now as they come on to the finish straight. What are they going to do now? Side by side again. Braking opportunity. Madison has the inside line. Madison picks up that spot again. Talbot back down to fight another day.
Oh, but it's not over just yet. Talbot's still hunting behind him. Coming into turn 3 and 4 now. Do we see a move? Madison sits on the inside line. Talbot with a bit of a run into the braking zone here. Very much got the optimal line. Sees past Madison there in the braking zone. Madison just kind of giving up free air there. Left the door wide open for Talbot. And has let him through and is now back under pressure again to catch up.
You can see that gap has really widened up now. Like, Madison just lost a whole stack of time. You can see that widening up now. So, let's jump up, a little bit further now?
Here we go. This is battle for, I believe, just inside the top 10. You can see Dieball's there in P8, TA just behind him, and Vardavicky just kind of lagging a little bit behind there in the BMW. Probably might be nursing the car a little bit after having a small collision with Stevie Tyre, which is unfortunately by his own mistake there. But TA currently trying to put a bit of pressure on Dieball's, but not really able to do anything with it.
No, absolutely not. Been pretty much incident-free this race, which has been interesting. I thought there would be a few more, but these drivers, of course, are consummate professionals, so...
we'll have to wait and see. We might see a T1 happen here. Dieball's on the inside line for the defense. Holds it together, gets in front on the apex. Bit of a one there. A little bit of a slide that's given TA a bit of a run now. And it's opened the door a little bit to Vardavicky as well. You can see him just crawling up now as they come through to the second chicane of turn 3 and 4. Dieball's somehow still holding on to just that smidge of a lead in front of TA, but TA on the inside line. Who's going to win it in the braking zone here? Dieball's very wide line there, but keeps it together, keeps all the racing room, but Vardavicky now just stuck in no man's land behind a Ferrari and a McLaren that are going side by side. Dieball's still on the inside, with a little bit of contact there. Keeps it together. Dieball's breathing a bit of fresh air now. Vardavicky having also a bit of a look on the Ferrari. Not able to do anything to stick with it and has to just go back to what he's been doing before.
Some exciting little battles are emerging as we take you through the next 50 minutes of racing here at Monza. Let's have a look at this. This is not ended. Talbot now having a look. Down for position. You can see Madison is still in that pack as well. But Talbot now looking to try and catch that BMW. As they come down, Talbot might have another look. Goes in out on the outside. Comes back in. Comes alongside. Gets the right line. Will he keep it through the corner? Back onto the start-finish straight. The BMW still has the position. They go almost side by side, almost pushing them in. But Talbot just cannot edge it out. Look at them coming down. The BMW has the inside line. It will have the advantage coming into the corner. Let's see. There's a little bit of nudging, budging as they come through. And Talbot settles back behind the BMW, but obviously not for long as they come down towards the chicane. This is going to be interesting. Madison just waiting for their opportunity to pounce as well. Coming down into the chicane now. Talbot looking for an opportunity. A little bit of paint swapping again. Just a little bit of a nudge. Hey, I'm here. Let me through. And Madison, nothing's lost on them either. They come down.
This is really getting close here. Madison just stuck not knowing what to do. Weaving all over the backside of Talbot there. Madison had a look almost in the turn 1, but not quite enough room for 3 cars there. You can see Madison pretty much boxed in now by Zoran and Talbot. Stuck with nowhere to go, but all the power to keep it going. Trading paint once again. Zoran on the inside line against Talbot. Talbot somehow holding it. Catches a little bit of gravel there as well. It's not going to help him too much. Zoran almost losing it coming out of Skari, but holds onto it. And Sean Madison doing the exact same thing just behind them.
Zoran has done really well to keep that BMW under control and defending as well. What a race. It's not over yet, folks. It is not over yet by a long shot, but look at these drivers just going toe-to-toe. Start, finish straight. Madison. Will they have another look as they come on down? Talbot, nothing's lost on him. He will have the inside line. This is going to be interesting. 3 wide. Benefield's there as well. They come on through. Benefield looks like he may have just aborted mission and just gone straight on through. I didn't see him attempt that corner.
Neither. He's just seeing himself through it. And Benny Vintner kind of doing the same thing. Gets boxed up by the GT3s. Not happy about that. Stuck with nowhere to go.
Oh,
Talbot
no.
and Madison having their own tussle in T1. Benefield seeing himself off into the future. And somehow Talbot is still able to hold on to that position there, but still under pressure by Madison. Hypercars coming through again. Stevie Ty getting held up a little bit by Zoran there. Probably not going to be too happy about that, but it's opening the door up to Talbot now on Zoran. You can see it just closing in. Siri Mana joining in as well.
Oh,
Going
no.
side by side with Talbot. Talbot having to go a bit extra wide. You can see the flashes on of, hey, that was not cool. It's opened the door up to Wood behind them as well in the Ferrari. Almost joining the battle here. He's been sitting behind, just kind of waiting to see what happens. But Madison still on the backside of Talbot in the other Corvette. All of them just following along through Ascari. Wood also still tailing behind them as well. Zoran still leading the pack here and starting to pull away a little bit as the hypercars also come through. But Madison might have a little bit of a run here on Talbot into Parabolica. We'll see what happens. Talbot defends the inside line once again. Madison, not quite enough overlap to do anything with it. Might be able to get the run here on the exit of Parabolica. Zoran praying that Talbot doesn't do the same thing to him, but it doesn't look like it. Looks like Talbot's going to have to be completely focused on his mirrors at this moment. Going just a little bit further up the field now, still in our P10 battle. It's still the exact same at the moment. Diabol's, TA, and Vardavicki there as well. So pretty much a replica of what's going on in front of us. A little bit of contact there in T1 Talbot. Certainly trying to get every bit of that BMW that he can, but probably might be biting a bit too much. Still holding on to the back end of Zoran. Does he have the run into the second chicane now? You can still see him pretty much sniffing the rear bumper of that BMW. He can almost taste the position. He's had a small taste here and there of going side by side. I believe that's Packham now, just kind of trying to weave themselves through this field of GT3s. Fortunately, they're almost collecting Talbot on the exit there, but thankfully seeing themselves through. And Madison a bit compromised there by having to be behind there for a short little bit, so bit of breathing room for these two, but not so much breathing room for Zoran as he defends the midline. Probably not the best move, but Talbot doesn't quite get any run out of it, being held up on the apex, but here's where it's going to matter the most. Pretty much taking a bite out of that bumper once again of Zoran. Zoran holding the inside line once again. Talbot unsure where to go, sits on the outside line. They go side by side once again. A lot of curb there from Zoran. A little bit of contact as well. But Talbot's going to come out on top of this Ascari chicane, and it's opened the door for Madison now. Coming side by side. Hypercars weaving through. Zoran trying to make room, and it looked like he collected Madison just a little bit there. Cam having a move there on the Peugeot as well on the outside. There's a bit of action here, there, and everywhere. All over this track. I see a bit of gravel as well. Someone might be off track. But, whoa, what is going on? I'm at lost for words.
Yeah, nah. You can see there on the replay, just a little bit trying to get through. And you can see there that there is some hypercars that have just opted to, nah, not today. Not going to attempt that.
Zoran going pretty much through the first chicane as well, but obviously not quite able to hold on to the position here. This is what was just happening in front of the GT3s. This await. Oh, that was this await that went off.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, collects the wall just a little bit. That would have been a great move, but he's up and running once again. working his way through the GT3s as he quite literally just did a few corners before. Zoran,
This await.
definitely a bit unsettled though.
Yeah. He's currently running 10th for the hypercars. So probably the change of car didn't really do a whole lot. Sorry, Cam. Oh, he's probably going to message me after that and saying, "What are you saying?"
Maybe you should have stuck with the Toyota, Cam.
Yeah.
Stevie Ty's got the right idea. It's a good machine in the right hands, and maybe it was a good machine in your hands, but unfortunately you just didn't trust it enough.
Oh, mate. I'm glad you said that, not me.
I'm gonna hear all about it now.
Yeah.
That's it.
He does monitor the streams.
I'm not gonna be allowed on comms anymore after this.
Yeah. That's it.
This is my victory lap.
It's been fun.
It's been nice knowing you all. I'll see you on track instead of comms box.
All right, let's sit on board with Philippa at the moment. Coming on down. Goes down to the first chicane. Keeping it nice and tight as they come out through. And you can see one of the hypercars just trying to scratch on through and get on through. I think it's time for some weird and wonderful facts. What do you reckon? Now, did you know Monza was built in just 110 days in 1922? There you go. There's something you can put at the back of your mind for the next game of Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah, if F1 or just racing circuits ever pops up in a trivia game, I think I might ace it there.
Yeah, there you go. You'll say, "Hey, I know I learned that from an OOR stream." Said by no one ever.
I can gladly say if I'm ever in a millionaire hot seat and I need to phone a friend about race circuit facts, I think I'm calling you up, Brad.
Please don't. Now, it's hosted more Formula One Grand Prix than any other venue, just only missing 1980. Monza. So there you go.
Consistency is key there.
It is. There you go. Going back to consistency. Lewis Hamilton has set the fastest F1 lap in qualifying in 2020 at an average speed of 264.326 kilometers an hour. And that is flying, my friends.
That is certainly flying. And speaking of flying, we were talking about Betterfield's possible gap against Vittner, and that's currently extended to just under 5 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I don't know. We saw a glimmer of hope with Benny Vittner, and we're seeing a glimmer of hope for Philippa now. On the backside of another Ferrari. I'm not quite sure who that is. I believe that's Rossi in the Ferrari in front.
Rossa, yeah.
Had a little bit of a look there, but didn't quite make it stick in the Porsche.
So as they go back down the straight, Philippa still looking for a way through. You can see how close they are. There is nothing in it. About to come on into the chicane. Leaves a little bit of room, but still stays there. Back now onto the straight. Is it going to turn to a drag race? It's probably got a little bit of a gap there.
Maybe, but I'm seeing blue flags being waved, so there's a hypercar following up behind. I believe... oh, there we go. It's I believe one of the Lamborghinis there coming through. Thankfully, probably catching them in the best spot you could possibly do so. And speaking of catching, it doesn't look like Philippa has much of a run there against the Ferrari, but we'll have to wait and see. You can see it's inching a little bit by a little bit up into the braking zone. Not quite close enough to make anything sick. It's certainly going to matter who gets the better exit here.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of a dust storm.
It looked like Philippa might have just had a little bit of a tail happy moment there on the exit, and it's not going to help him too much here.
No. So let's see what they can do. Philippa's lost a little bit of time now. You can see that gap has just opened up a little bit there. So, but no, in true commentary curse style, she is coming back at him like last night's pizza. So let's have a look now. Coming round. Philippa still keeping with Rossa. Let's go for a replay. Oh, where is this?
Oh, this is the madness that was, I believe,
oh, yes.
Hitler working his way through the Corvettes. Lights going off like crazy. Stevie Ty also just chilling kind of behind them, going side by side with Zoran there into the second chicane. Some of them, they both managed to hold it together. Philippa didn't quite look like they had just enough grip to hold it together at the exit of Sakari, but oh.
Absolutely crazy. So we'll stay with this for a little while longer. Here's another interesting fact. The iconic concrete banked oval with a staggering 38-degree incline was added in the 1950s. But of course, you know, it's not used now because drivers actually called it the torture chamber, because you would feel literally all the bumps of the concrete as you're traveling at 270 kilometers an hour. That would be a little bit frightening.
Yeah, certainly. A bit of news. Poor Zoran Angelkovic has packed it up for the night.
What?
You can see him sitting there, P18 in the grid. He is done for.
Oh, no. Zoran was doing really well.
Yeah.
Fending off both Talbot and Madison.
Speaking of which, with Philippa just getting a monster of a move there on Rossa. Rossa going a bit wide there in the second chicane and just couldn't hold on to it. And Philippa's seen themselves through.
So Philippa gets the job done with a little bit of a mistake on Ross's side. And now continues. You can see that gap there, and you can see a hypercar looking to get through as well.
So a little bit of news on what's happening to Zoran. I'm messaging him at the moment. So
yes.
We saw him cut the chicane, the first chicane.
Yes.
I think shortly after some of the hypercars. So he actually ended up getting a drive-through.
Oh, no.
Trying to slow down. And yeah, unfortunately, that kind of just cost him a little bit, and he's now just gone, "Nup, stuff it, I'm done for."
Oh. With 34 minutes left, I mean, you could still make something out of it, I feel. I mean, that's just me, though. I'm not actually driving this race, so...
Yeah, I mean, and that's not even the stewards handing that. That's LMU itself going, "Nup, you cut it, you didn't slow down enough after it, drive through."
LMU, you and your other stuff that happens.
It's love and hate relationship with the track limits in LMU, I'll tell you that. It's consistent, but too consistent.
Yeah. It's like the strict parent that has nothing to give.
Yeah, you got your curfew or whatever at 10 o'clock. And you just want
That's
you
it.
You come home at 10:01. It's like, nah, grounded for 3 weeks.
That's it. Gone.
Grounded. No more Xbox. No more sweets. You're done for.
You know that very well, Nathan. Should I ask?
Well, it was a common thing for when I was younger in trouble to be told, "Go grab a spoon." Put it that way.
A spoon?
In a South African household, you knew you were in trouble because your parents told you to go get a spoon.
Okay.
And things I should not say on live stream were involved.
Oh, and you can see that now. So you can see Zoran going through and missing that. And he's obviously then been given the penalty and went, nah.
There's a bit of a delay in cutting and getting a penalty. He has a chance to slow down after cutting the track. Like, if you get track limits in LMU, like flash like yellow or green, in the corner of your screen. Once it goes green, you're pretty much good to go flat out again, and you won't get a penalty for it. But you probably would have gotten a red, if not orange, which is the worst you can get out of it, and did not slow down enough at all.
Yeah. All right, let's have a look here. This is Benefield.
That might have just been Benefield just running through Ascari. We've been talking about being consistent, and this is quite literally consistency on display.
Absolutely. He did post the fastest lap in qualifying, which put him right at the top, which was not a surprise. But there he is, running ahead with 6 seconds. I think that's 5 seconds. He's just hit 5. So with about 30 minutes to go in this race, let's go back to your hypercars now. And Rupee is there on your screen, and he is chasing down Johnston.
And kind of just chilling on their own for a little bit. I think Rappy might have just been slowly making his way up to Johnston. They've all both been just kind of weaving through traffic, which has been quite literally very common at the moment for the past half an hour. Pretty much almost hypercars just hitting traffic pretty much every single lap, and that might have just dragged Johnston down a little bit, because maybe Raupi just got lucky with some of them and he's worked his way back up, but he's going to have to put in more effort. And we'll cut to replay now. It looks like, is that
what I think it is?
I think I saw a Corvette go on the wall, and
boom,
there it is.
I thought we were going to have, dare I say it, touch wood, a server issue, because it did look like he almost embedded himself. Yeah.
And maybe LMU had its own moment, because maybe Talbot might have disappeared for the hypercar behind him and then just suddenly reappeared.
Yeah.
In the braking zone. Who knows? Because I imagine he probably saw him just phase into the wall the corner before and thought, okay, he's gone. But doesn't quite look like it. So that's OC packed up Talbot's race for the night. It's not nice to see, unfortunately. So that reduces the GT3 grid down to 14 drivers. And we've been on the subject of being consistent. Harry Lawrence pretty much doing the same thing as Benefield at the moment.
Yes. Yeah, he's got a bit of a lead. Back to Rashuti. That is about 4 second lead. It's marginally branching over to 5. There you go. But yeah, no, Lawrence is definitely putting in the good yards and just going ahead of the pack. So there's Rashuti there on your screen. He's 5 seconds away from Lawrence, who is the leader of the GT3s. And you can see there, Rashuti's got a fair bit of air. Jacob's there now on your screen. So he's still out there. He's still okay. Jacob's now looking at Rosser is who he is chasing. And it looks like there's about a second margin there.
This could be interesting. We saw Raupi go into the pits the lap before, and he's come out now. I think he's the first of all the hypercars to pit. So, Vintner's gone into the pits as well. You can see him in front of Raupi. So those two will see themselves up a little bit. They've got nice fresh air to drive through. So this might be we might be seeing a hint of an undercut play from Raupi on Johnston.
Interesting. So let's just watch that, because I think that's going to be interesting. All right, Vintner now. And as Nathan said, he's just come out of the pits as well. So getting all charged up. Sean Jacobs now back on your screen.
Sean Jacobs, he's caught up a little bit on Rosser now in these past few corners. He's back in breathing distance of him. Soon Ross is going to have to start looking in his mirrors once again. This time with a McLaren behind him. So we'll see how this goes. Who can drive their car the best? Who's got the better setup? Who knows? At this rate in time, it might be Jacobs, considering how much he's closed this gap in his past few laps.
So let's see what they can do. Jacobs now as they come into Parabolica. On Rosser. He's hit them letting the hypercar through. You can see there is a bit of a gap there now. It is decreasing, but there is well and truly a gap there. Another useless fact, why not? The famous Parabolica curve is an asymmetric radius turn that gets progressively wider as you exit, tricking drivers to accelerating too early.
Very common mistake I think both you and I have made maybe once or twice, don't you think?
Not even just once or twice, mate. More than that. More than that. Way more.
I mean, consistency is key. Whether you're consistently good or consistently bad is a whole nother subject.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, Monza is highly destructive to brakes. Who would have thought? Drivers slammed the brakes on into the chicane, dropping from roughly 350 kilometers an hour to just 75 over 2 seconds. That's crazy. That's a crazy stat.
Certainly, and we're getting close to a bit of a critical point in the race for a few of these drivers. You can see the virtual energy up on your screen at the moment. Rosser has pitted already there in the Ferrari, so he's sitting near the back at the moment with the other two, but he might have a bit of breathing room to play with now once everyone goes in the pits. So we might see him make possible a few jumps up the grid before he was just a few laps ago. See, Sirimana and Bushel have done the same thing as well. So Rappy still being in front of them, along with Vittnar still in front of him as well. I think they're both relatively separated between each other. So if Rappy can put his pedal to the metal, he might be able to catch up to Vittnar and hopefully get a few more places in. But we'll have to wait for that just a bit. But we see Jacobs and Rosser into the pits now. Both relatively the same in terms of fuel. Rashuti also in the pits there just as well. It looked like Rashuti might have missed his pit box there. Saw him backing up a little bit.
It does look like it.
Chit also coming into the pits now, just sneaking in between the two. It's certainly going to be a battle of who gets out of their pit box first here. They all had relatively the same fuel level, but we'll have to see. You can already see Rashuti with an increased fuel level. Same with Rosser and Jacobs. Rashuti gets them out of the pit box first. So does Rosser. So does Jacobs. They're all relatively separated. You can see Filipov just behind them as well. Also getting sent out. But is Filipov going to get in front of Chit? Doesn't quite look like it. So they've all set themselves up. Porsche and McLaren. This is certainly going to be an interesting battle to watch from here on out.
So let's keep an eye on it now as they race out of pit lane. And it will definitely open this race up a little bit. I was going to say, I was looking for Venger in our normal blue Ford Mustang, but I noticed he's in the pit as well. Yeah, I don't think he's been out there this race.
I don't think he has been driving, so that's maybe he just forgot to withdraw on SimGrid, so... Bit unfortunate. It would be nice to see a Mustang go around this track because unfortunately there's no other Mustangs on track at the moment.
No, there isn't.
So that might have been a play because it's a bit of a powerhouse around a track like this. It's a bit of a straight line beast, but certainly the corners will probably be the spot where it struggles, and OC Spencer in the Porsche will be most likely on the upper hand, and he's stuck between Chit and Filippo, but unfortunately he's still got to pit, so that's not going to mean really anything for them. But following Stevie Ty now, currently under pressure by Vittnar at the moment.
Wow, there you go.
So this could set up to be interesting here. Stevie Ty, obviously Peter was able just to get in front of Vittnar, but has put him behind everyone else. So Vittnar, with tyres that are definitely much more warmed up than Stevie Ty, so might have a slight upper hand here.
So let's stay with this for a little while now. Let's see what comes of it. Can Vittnar get beyond Stevie Ty? Can Stevie Ty just stay up there and continue to push forward? Coming down into the chicane. Got a little bit of traffic there. They will fight through that.
That might have just helped Vintner here. You can see he's got a bit of a run on Stevie Ty coming into Parabolica now. Stevie Ty having to hold that defensive inside line. Vintner moving just a little bit more outside, but here it comes swinging in. Just keeping that elbow to elbow. Maybe Vintner went in a bit too hot because he went pretty wide through the middle of the corner there. And it's going to cost him quite a bit now coming down the main straight, and Stevie Ty lives to hold on to the position once again.
Absolutely crazy. Still nothing in it. There is a little bit of a gap there, but it's not worth talking about. Vintner and Ty now coming out of turns 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Coming into 4. In that chicane there. Vintner looking for a little bit of an opportunity. Coming on down through the chicane. No opportunity there. On their way up. Coming around, staying consistent. Now, hitting the straight. What is Vintner going to do here? We know he's got car speed. Coming back up now. Going into the chicane, slamming on the brakes. Around the corner we go. Back onto the straight now. This is about where he was attacking last time. They come on through. Back into parabolical. Going through. No one's made a mistake there. And now back onto the start-finish straight. And it actually looks like Ty's actually put time on him from that shot just before.
Maybe, but it seems like Cadillac's just got a bit more straight line speed compared to Stevie Ty. I saw the exit there, Parabolica. It wasn't pretty large, but he's also just decreased that gap a little bit in the first chicane. There's a BMW that's gone through.
That's Vardavicchia, isn't it?
I believe so. He's just steamrolled himself through the barriers at T1, but kept the car in one piece. And it's well, looking at the timetables, it seems Raupi might have gotten the undercut done on Johnston, considering he's in P4 now.
Wow. And Benefield's out there with like 0 virtual energy, so that's interesting.
Was he too locked in and forgot to pit?
Oh no, he must be in the pit now, okay. Because it's.
Ooh, he's certainly cutting it close there, because if he even just one lap with 0 virtual energy, that could possibly decide the race win there.
Yeah. Now this is going to be interesting to see if he gets out in time, because Ty and Vintner are on their way to him.
Certainly light flashing. Like Vintner getting caught up by traffic coming into Parabolica.
Oh no, see,
out of the pits now, so he's certainly got the breathing room to play. But
Benny's on top of it.
Cold tires, so it's going to make it a bit interesting for him on this first lap. But we'll have to wait and see shortly if he can hold it together. Might have just played the strategy perfect. Drive smooth, drive consistently, be quick, obviously, but that might just be what's going to get him another win tonight.
Yep, absolutely. With just over 18 minutes left to this race, it's been pretty uneventful, but in the best possible way. Philippa now back on your screen, because it looks like Stevie Ty and Vintner are coming through these GT3s at the moment. Let's do a little bit of a check of where everyone's up to, because it looks like everyone has now pitted. So let's have a look at your hypercars. Benefield, Ty, Vintner, Raupi, and Johnston make up your top 5. Then Saramana, Bushnell, Donnelly, Packham, Thistlethwaite, and Ellis Murphy. And the other two aren't racing, Brown and Crispy. Let's have a look at your GT3s. Lawrence, Rashuti, Rosser, Jacobs, Chit make up your top 5. Then Philippa, Rosser, Diabols, Varnavicki, and AT make up your top 10. Madison, Clark, Spenceley, Wood, the rest of the lineup.
Certainly been some preem driving from Chit tonight. I think Monza might be his track because he's also been in that similar essence of I believe it was Rosso as well, just kind of sitting around that like top 10 mark. He's sitting pretty happy in P5 at the moment, so I dare say I'd be pretty happy with this result at the end of tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's have a look at Vintner again, because this is still going on between Stevie Ty and Vintner. They probably can't catch up to Benefield, but they can certainly fight for second and third. Coming down into the chicane. Coming up now, you can just see Ty's just out of reach of Vintner. He can see him, but he can't touch him. Come on now, past Rosser it looks like in the Ferrari.
Vintner might have a bit of a run here though. Just taking a small little bot to the backside of Stevie Ty. Ty defending that inside line perfectly, but it might compromise him here. Might have just held up Vintner just enough there on the apex, because it's certainly paid off here. Pretty much textbook defense from Stevie Ty, but is Vintner going to have any sort of draft coming into Parabolica? See Stevie Ty kind of hinting at defending the inside line, but stays on the right line, stays on the outside. Vintner also with a very wide exit there, mid-corner. Maybe just pushing the downforce of that Cadillac a bit too hard. But we'll see now as he's still sitting in the slipstream there, Stevie Ty, crawling up that little bit by little bit now, coming into the braking zone. Stevie Ty holds the inside. Vintner, heavy lunge on the outside. Does not make it stick.
Cut the corner.
Oh, certainly a risky move there. Unfortunately, it does not pay off, and it's probably going to have to slow down a little bit more as well. But we'll cut to the GT3s now. Chit and Philippa, Porsche on Porsche at the moment. Philippa just been lagging behind Chit and just kind of waiting, really.
Waiting for a definite mistake. But staying consistent at the moment. Matty Chit now on your screen. Coming around with Philippa right behind them. So come on in. Keeping it nice and consistent. As we get into the dying stages of this race. You can see Philippa just looking for an opportunity. Just a little bit wavy with the cars as they come around that corner. Now back onto the straight as they come up to the chicane. And back around, gets through, mistake free. Gets passed by a hypercar. Coming back down the straight now.
A little bit of a slide there in the middle of Parabolica there for Chit.
Yeah, I think they're...
Him too much there. That might have just been LMU being LMU, but he's kept it together there. Back to Stevie Ty and Vintner now. Both kept it relatively clean through all of this. Obviously, Vintner going flying through T1 with a very risky move and having to put the foot to the metal again and work his way back up. But he's done quite well to keep it on the backside of Stevie Ty, but just still not in that range of being able to really do anything with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's another interesting fact, folks. Mechanics and drivers claim that the old Royal Park is haunted, with several reporting ghost sightings of legendary drivers near the high-speed curve.
Maybe
There you
that's
go.
why they don't use it anymore.
Yeah.
Not because it's dangerous or anything, but because it's haunted.
There's scary ghosts there.
We can't drive. The scary ghost of Ant and Senna is going to make us crash.
Yeah, so there you go. Some scary ghosts preventing us from using the high-speed rink.
Oh, it would be cool to see him go around it, but unfortunately we can't do that anymore. But that's what we have a simulator for.
That is why we... I thought there was a simulator trying to open that part of the track up.
Well, you can... I believe
Correct
you can
me
drive
if I'm
it
wrong.
in Assetto Corsa. So maybe we've all just got to go back to Assetto Corsa and do an enduro on it. Maybe.
That would be interesting.
Or maybe we do like a 3-hour, like everyone in like old F1 cars, and we just send it.
Certainly be more safer than actually racing it itself.
Welcome to the beautiful, beautiful life of technology, my friend. Welcome to the future, old man.
All right, mate. Sure. Let's do that.
Those days. Oh, I remember when they used to race around this track. I remember when Melbourne was actually good to watch. I remember when Mark Webber was an F1 driver.
Oh, Jesus. That was a time, eh? What a time to be alive. Having Mark Webber as a F1 driver.
Oh, I still remember watching like small clippets of him on TV when I was very young. Seeing the Aussie go flying around. It's a shame we don't see it anymore. Sadly, no more Aussies. Or well, we do have one Aussie in F1, but I wouldn't say he's Danny Rick or Mark Webber capabilities.
No.
But
absolutely not.
Stevie Ty, kind of putting in the work there. Ooh,
oh no!
Almost going off track there. They've kept it together.
Just. That could have been so much worse.
Cut to a replay now. I'm not too sure. This is.
Oh no! That's it's not, is it? Yeah, it is.
Oh. We don't even have to speak of Cam and we make him have a mistake.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We haven't spoken about him for so long. We've been, occupying Stevie Ty.
I mean, he has been making mistakes, but unfortunately, probably a bit less costly.
Absolutely. Further up the grid. Now, let's have a look at what happened here. This is from Vintner. Perspective, trying to get that car through, and Ty grabs it again.
Oh, I would imagine the thought of just cutting across the second apex would have crossed his mind, but unfortunately, a drive-through might come his way if he does that.
Yeah. And really, that means like that part of the race would be well and truly over after a drive-through penalty, especially with just over 9 minutes left. That would just be soul-destroying.
Certainly, but both of them are able to keep it together. Let's hope the same thing doesn't happen this time as they come into T1. There's a bit more of a gap between them, so hopefully nothing goes wrong. They've all kept it relatively good under the breakers. They're not locking up there whatsoever. But Fitner clear, definitely a bit faster driver through T1 there.
Absolutely. With Stevie Ty probably making just a couple of mistakes. But you can see that gap there. But looks like Vintner is looking for any opportunity to get back past Benefield out in front. I think that was about 16 seconds ahead. Let's have a look at this replay.
This might be
smack! Oh, who was that?
I don't think that's the Porsche on Porsche action we're looking for.
No.
I believe that was Spenceley and another Porsche. I can see he's now in the pits in the GT3s. I also saw Sirimano jump into the pits just before we had the replay, so not too sure what happened there, but we'll have to focus on what's going on now. Benny Vintner weaving all over the backside of Stevie Ty.
Oh, could this get it
outside
done?
line. Can he get it done? Gives him plenty of room there. Probably not the play. Goes very, very wide on the exit there. But is that going to pay off and have a bit of a run? We're having a bit of contact again in the Porsches. Chit and Philippe are going very aggressively side by side through T1. Vintner and Stevie Ty better come through T1 as well. Let's hope they don't do the same thing.
Oh,
Stevie Ty with a bit of a lockup. Fortunately, goes into the side of Benny Vintner, and Vintner game. He's going to probably slap him on the wrist a little bit there, so he's going to have to ease up. He might just get lucky there. We'll see now. Stevie Ty still behind him. Can he do the same thing to Benny, but this time maybe a bit cleaner? We'll cut to a replay of what was, I believe, this is Philippa and Chit.
Oh, and that's Benefield in the mix there.
Benefield in the mix. It looked like Philippa might have just missed their braking zone, and Chit also going a bit wide there, unfortunately. Making some friends with the door panel there of Philippa's Porsche.
Just a little bit of a fishtail. Starting to get it going.
I'm all for getting doors, but that's not how you do it. Expect maybe a possible penalty coming to Chit's way, maybe, but there could be a racing incident. Consider it's kind of a mistake from both of them, really. But I see Philippa did go to the pits, and I'm seeing in the penalties at the moment that he did get a drive-through for causing a collision. So maybe Stewart saw something that we haven't, but it's a bit unfortunate for him considering he's competing for top 5. But at the moment, Chit having a look on Philippa on the outside.
Oh!
Philippa having a little bit of a mishap there. I'm not sure if that was contact, but both of them still going around once again in some semi-bruised up Porsches now. Vintner and Ty joining in at the moment as well. Probably going to get past them before the chicane. Hopefully, it looks like they will. Vintner getting by Stevie Ty, doing the same thing there. Thankfully, both of them clearly out of what is going on between these two Porsches.
Absolutely. So you can see Vintner's gone out in front there, then Ty. And 19 seconds is the lead now for Benefield. I don't think he'll get to 40, actually.
I mean, something could happen. You never know. If Vintner takes that tyre, they both have to pit. You never know.
Look, stranger things have happened in this game.
I mean, the whole server could just crash, and the race means
Don't
nothing.
say that! My lord.
Touch wood.
That is just asking for trouble, my friend.
Touch wood.
Not in the dying 4.5 minutes of this race. No.
There's 5 minutes left, 3 laps left. Something's got to happen. And I'm praying it's between the drivers and not between the server.
Yes, that's where we want it. Now, having a look at our chat, someone said, Benny V, I have a feeling he does not like Monza after this week.
Yeah,
I think he's referring to Benny Vintner.
Maybe. It's been a handful and a half for him tonight, and he's somehow making it. Speaking of handfuls, Ross and Jacobs have been kind of in their own world since they both pitted at the same time, but Jacobs has kind of got a bit of a run going here on Rosser now. Yeah,
absolutely. Looking good as they come on down to the first chicane. You can see there just is a little bit of a gap. Jacobs just out of reach of Rosser. Certainly closing the gap as we go around Monza. Now back onto the straight. On board with Jacobs. Let's see what he can do. Comes up. Doesn't look like he's actually got... He might make a mess of this. No, he's got it. I was about to say, it just doesn't look like he's got the pace to actually get to Rosser.
Maybe he's crawling his way up, and you can see it here coming into Parabolica. He's slowly crawling up. He's certainly let Rosser know that he's here. We'll cut to a replay. I believe this is Stevie Ty's perspective going through this chicane, almost getting ran off the road by a Ferrari. Very, very lucky there's an escape road with a better asphalt there for him. Otherwise, it could have been much, much worse. But I think you might be wrong about Jacobs here, because he's still holding on to the back of Rosser now. Rosser's having a little look on the inside of the middle of the track there. Semi-leaning towards the inside. That might compromise him here. Sean Jacobs can get a little bit of a run out of it, but maybe just losing out a little bit there on the exit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's fast, but he has just not been able to get that job done.
It's fast, but unfortunately, Ross is just faster where it matters the most, it seems. But you can see it just mid-corner, he catches up to him, but as soon as they get on the exit, can't quite do anything with it. And you can see a Toyota of, I believe, Bushel there behind him as well. He got a little bit caught up there. Probably had the opportunity to get past Jacobs and Rossi, maybe just biding his time for the longest straight, playing the safe game here.
Yeah.
Less than a minute and a half left in this race. You don't want to do any silly moves, especially in a hypercar. You can see Murphy coming through as well, pretty much doing the same thing too. But back to Sean and Rosser at the moment. Definitely see, it's definitely that exit where he loses the most. It's certainly on the straights where he's not able to quite keep up with Rosser.
So let's flick back to Jacobs. And you can see there, he is trying absolutely so hard. But it looks like Rosser just has that car at peak performance at the moment.
This might possibly be the last lap for these guys as well. You can see Benefield on our other screens here. That kind of determines where the race goes, but Jacobs having a small look there on the outside.
Oh!
Good contact as well.
It's a bit ambitious.
Very ambitious. Fortunately enough for both of them, they can keep driving for one more lap. Certainly, Jacobs trying to put everything he has into this possible final lap, and it seems like it's going to be as the clock ticks to 0. And still yet to see Benefield cross the line at all. You can see him in the small camera now, taking the last corner of the race. So it's going to be all or nothing for those two in the McLaren, but Benefield surpassing our expectations and only doing a 15-second delta.
Yeah. A little bit disappointed about that. He let us all down, if anything.
Genesis off the track of Sirimani. He's trying to just recover what has been this race. Getting a little bit involved with the McLarens, but thankfully not too involved. It seems Benny Vintner has managed to keep it in front of Stevie Ty and will take P2. Ty with P3 wrap. He had a little bit of a chance. He was closing up up to Stevie Ty, but not really able to do anything. So here we'll take P4. Johnson just behind him at P5, but it's probably going to come down to this corner here for those two McLarens, but obviously not so much for Harry Lawrence, as it seems he's held off Rashudia and kept his distance to keep P1. But here's where the action is at the moment.
Oh!
Jacobs having a look on the outside of Parabolica. Can he make it stick? Does not look like he's going to get the run out of it, though.
No. I think it will be Rosser and then Jacobs. And it is.
Oh, they've been pretty much battling out for the entire race. So same with these two here. Shit, unfortunately not going to be able to get past Philippa there, and unfortunately still taking a very respectable P6, but definitely could have wanted more. But great racing to the both of those two, considering what they've both gone through.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's been a handful this race, and thankfully everyone's kept the car in relatively one piece.
Absolutely. There's been no major incidents or crashes, so well done to all the drivers. You have all done us very, very proud. So let's have a quick look at where we all ended up very quickly. Benefield, Vintner, Ty, and Raupi and Johnston wrap up your top 5 of the hypercars. And then in the GT3s, Lawrence, Rashidi, Rossa, Jacobs, and Philippa wrap up your top 5 of the GT3s. Who has been your racer of the race? That sounded better in my head.
To Mr. Consistency, Harry Lawrence. He got very lucky with Talbot going into the pits, and he took full advantage of it, just sitting in P1 the entire race.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I absolutely agree. Appreciate it. You're back on again, mate. What are you doing?
Oh, mate, we've got another handful set up for us in just a few minutes. We'll be back with Split Red in about 3 minutes. It's sprints at KYALAMI, and it's Split Red. And it's not for an hour this time. It's 2 25-minute races, so there's going to be nothing left on the table for them tonight. But we'll have to wait very shortly for them. But for now, this has been round 5, I believe, of the WEX series here on OOR. So, fortunately enough, you're not going to deal with Brad and I's rambling for another week. But don't worry, we'll probably see you next week.
We will. Catch ya.
Green light, give it all you can.
Hello everyone, welcome back to what is pretty much my ramblings here on the platforms OOR. We are back again with Split Red this time around at good old KYALAMI, and I'm joined by my usual suspect here in the box on a Thursday night. George, how are ya?
Oh, not good at all. I'm actually pretty upset at the moment.
Pretty upset, mate.
Oh, we're missing a car out there. Where is the Jaguar? I want to see where the Jaguar is. Unfortunately, that has been put into pastures, and the young Chris there has decided to take out in the Aston to show everybody how actually to drive this track very, very fast. And you know what? I don't blame him because that Jaguar looked like a handful, but I'm a little bit disappointed it's not out there.
I mean, I'm sad as well, but I drive an Aston, so I love to see it.
Yeah, look, tonight's going to be a very, very interesting straight. There's some rapid people who are going to be out there tonight. Naming the guy that we're on board at the moment, Chris. I've seen some of the lap times he's been practicing with this Aston. I think they're all going to be struggling to catch him tonight. I think it's going to be a fight for second place between obviously Bruno, Giacomin, Rondinella. I think the two Why Not boys might struggle tonight with the Lambo because with a little bit of bop extra there, they were struggling a little bit last night. Yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight. This is a fantastic track in South Africa there. KYALAMI, very good track, and mate, it is, most people do like it, and we are doing two 25-minute races, reverse grid for the second race. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Mate, I'm actually a little bit sad that both you and I didn't get to drive it last night. I mean, this track holds a special place in my heart. I love it to its end. It's sad we don't really get to see it around anymore, but I'm just glad we have technology with us.
Absolutely. So we're on board with Chris here, and he's 0.2 up. He's going to get him down if he maintains this coming out of the last corner, which he always increased time. They just dropped a little bit, but yeah, that's going to get him almost to a 140 flat. Going across the line, yes, it is. I'll be tipping for anybody to beat Chris tonight with this Aston. They're going to need to do 39s because I've seen him being extremely rapid in the practicing when he's practicing, and I saw him doing 39.8s, which is mind-blowing in my opinion. How the hell he does that? Because I struggle to get into the 140s, let alone doing a 139. Put it that way.
Mate, I struggle to hit 42s. This guy's. Jeez, I think I need to start creeping into his DMs on tips on how to drive this bloody thing, because he's certainly showing it how it's done at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said to him, it's going to be the battle for second place here. I don't think anyone is going to have the same pace as him. I can understand why he got rid of the Jaguar, because the guy is an extreme talent behind the wheel, and yeah, that Jaguar was definitely holding him back. Even though I have a little bit of fun saying, yeah, good to see it out there. And anybody else with that Jag probably wouldn't have done as good as what he did with it. So anyway, we're still on board with him here. I think he's basically maintaining the time. Looking down the list there, it's pretty close for, yeah, between Johnson, Bruno, Aiden Squires. Now, he's going to be carrying a fair bit of bop tonight too, so that might hinder him a little bit going forward. I know with the Why Not boys with the Lambos, they've got a bit of bop on their car, and it sort of hold them up a little bit. Ooh, this is a fairly good look by Bruno. He's 0.4 up. This potentially could seal second place for him with a minute 30 to go, so he'll have one more lap to go. Comes out of the corner, 0.4, 0.5 increasing time. It's just lost a little bit. 0.4, that will definitely get him into second spot. Yeah, well done, into second spot. 0.5 behind. That's a fairly good time. 140.5. Really nice time from Bruno.
That is a real ripper of a lap time, especially out of the BMW 2. Bit of a mix of manufacturers in the top of the grid. It feels weird not seeing Lambos in the top 3 now.
Yeah, look.
Weird.
Yeah. Look, I think part of it's going to be, like I said, the Bob. Unfortunately, the guys like Stan, Justin, and even Aiden. Mind you, Aiden's in the Macca there, and he's pretty quick. We know he's very, very rapid. That little bit of extra bop on the Lambo does hurt it a little bit. You lose a fair bit of straight line speed. As not that I've got any extra bop on my car, but the car's actually not that bad around here. but just suffers a little bit down the straights. I noticed on this track, very hard. It struggles to even overtake a portion of the straights. The Porsche just comes out of the last corner, and yeah, you really do struggle to outdrive it. So he's up by stands up by point two. That drops him into 8th spot. Still 1.1 seconds behind. Here we go. We're on board with Jaden. Jaden was actually doing some pretty good lap times last night. Won one of the races last night as well. Drove very, very well. Let's see if he can try to find a little bit more time. He needs to find a little bit more, but 5th spot behind the group he's got in front of him. Here we go.
Do we see a sub 140?
No, he's just lost it coming in.
Look at it. Oh, that's a shame to see. It would have been nice to see, but we'll watch Giacomo now. 2/10 up at the moment, so he might be able to sneak himself into the top 5 here. If he can hold on to it. Both Carl Johnson and Aiden have parked it up for qualifying now. They're done and dusted. Rondinella not able to improve either. But it's coming down to Giacomo now. You can see Sam's also just a 10th behind him on the grid. I'm not too sure if he's still got a valid lap at the moment, but this last section is probably going to be the best spot for him to make time. It's not got the greatest of elevation changes in it, thankfully. He's kept it together. Still a 10th up, coming into the last 2 corners. Certainly pushing it very, very wide there. Still 10th up, so he's probably just out of sight of that top 5. Unless you can get something coming that goes very wide on that last corner. Somehow doesn't invalidate, keeps it together. Just sneaks into that P5 there.
Yeah, he just knocked out Aiden as well. So we're on board with Barker. He's 0.4 up with potentially that will drop him. Yeah, that will jump him up close to the top 10 if he can maintain. He's at 0.3 now. Coming to the last corner. Can he actually slow it in fast out? If you did go too wide, you do bleed a little bit of time. That's a little bit, yeah, see, you can see it. As soon as you run a bit wide, it just bleeds a little bit of time. There he goes, jumps into 11 spots. So there you go. We got obviously Chris Cooley in first, followed by Bruno, Carl Johnson, Warren, Giacomo, Aiden, Sam, Rondinella, Boskovic, and Dario Bartolotti in 10th spot. Beat Mr. Griffin as well.
Hey.
Oof.
That bot might be hitting those Lambos pretty hard now coming to the second half of the season. Certainly a track with semi-straight parts of the circuit, but obviously quite a few elevation changes, especially in that back half of the track. I know the Porsches are probably going to be able to be a bit faster there with a very good front end of them, so I imagine Bruno is probably keeping at least one eye on his mirror for the majority of this race, especially in that back section. He's obviously got Zach Warren there just behind him. Giacomo snuck his nose in just in front of Aiden there in the McLaren, so that'll be an interesting battle to see there between the two. And I see Loopy just sitting behind Aiden there on the grid and just stand behind him as well. So it seems the Why-Not boys might have gotten a bit too hard, a bit too quick now.
Yeah, I mean, that was the whole purpose of the bot, to try to slow down people. You can see it definitely slowed down Aiden a little bit, because obviously he's been doing very well, especially the Why Not boys. And look, it's good to give somebody else a chance at the front there, but the start's going to be interesting. We know that the Aston is not exactly the most rapid car at the lights, so there's going to be a fair bit of brake push in there to try to get it to spool up and go. Let's see if Bruno can sort of outdrag him going into turn 1, but obviously Chris is on the inside there going into turn 1, and there's a bit of a pinch point there going into turns 2 and 3. So hopefully they can all keep it clean and we get no safety cars tonight.
Oh, let's hope for it, but I know Scott Rochford in that cornflakes Aston is looking pretty mean there in the mid-pack, so if he can maybe do something better than Chris Cooley and get a bit of a better start, he's certainly going to have a bit of better eyesight through the rest of the first lap. But I think we've all seen enough clips of what can happen here at Kyalami. I don't think we need to talk about it too much. I think a few car parks were involved. So let's pray that doesn't happen tonight.
Nah, I've got faith. They're going to be pretty good. I think it's the second races where it gets a little bit more spicier than the first race, and they're all going to settle themselves down. But look, with around about 10 seconds ago before they go onto their formation lap, look at some of the work on some of these cars. That Nissan on the left looks great. the BMW with all the multicolours on it looks fantastic. So, geez, it's really got me excited seeing the amount of time and effort some of these guys go into, and gals go into, preparing these cars and getting some good liveries going. I wish I had that talent, but unfortunately I don't have it.
I believe that's the Mustang of John Gormley there. He's rocking a different livery every week. And joy, that Mustang looks hungry there at the back of the grid.
Oh, it does look good. It does look very good. So, like I said, it's a 25-minute race. So basically, this is just going to be a flat-out sprint for 25 minutes. They won't be carrying too much fuel, approximately anywhere between 40 and 50 litres, depending on what the amount of fuel is on the car. And yeah, they'll be going hell for leather, especially in the mid-pack. Like I said, if Chris gets out in front, that will be sayonara. I'll be out of here. He'll clear away, and then potentially, yeah, he'll be starting in 10th spot, and we'll see how that extra pace allows him to overtake cars to get through the top 10 to try to get himself back in the first place.
I was just going to ask a question. You pretty much asked. I was really curious to see if it was going to be a reverse top 10 this time around. It seems like it's going to be. So, maybe even like Stan and some of the other boys there that just kind of sitting in the bottom of the top 10. This might be a way for them to snag some points in the second race.
Yeah, there's always a chance. But generally these split races, it's only top 3, if I'm not mistaken, get the bop, and obviously, and then you got the points there as well. But it's all half points between the 2 races. But yeah, if you can finish, 8th, 9th, and 10th, as you get into the, they'll put you into 1st, 2nd, and 3rd respectively, and maybe with a clear track there, we'll see what happens. But they're double filing now. You happy to take the first lap?
Why not? Let's hope we don't have any car parks. Let's hope our boy Chris Cooley can get a decent start out of it. But he's got obviously the menacing BMW of Brenner right next to him on the line. See Zach Warren and Carl Johnson just behind them in the equally menacing Porsches as well. And you can already see Chico and starting to sniff Carl Johnson a little bit there. He's getting very, very eager for this race start. So we'll see what happens as OC Cooley leads the pack around the final corner here for what is going to be the start of our first race. Everyone's still getting themselves a little bit settled there, trying to close up those gaps, but we'll wait very, very shortly. We should see the green flag waved any second now. And it looks like it's going to take a little bit longer than I was expecting, but here it is now. Chris Cooley is underway, got a bit of a gap on Brenner already, but the Porsches behind are still putting the pressure on each other. Giacomin lost on really where to go. Aiden having a little bit of a look on the outside, kind of making it 3 wide into turn 1. Loopy almost getting a bit held up there by Giacomin on the inside. Everyone keeping it relatively clean side by side through them all. John making up a few places there in that first corner. Good job to him. But Chris Cooley coming out on top of that, and Breno taking that spot as well just behind him.
Yes, great start from everybody. There was we got one car there that spun, but I don't believe that I didn't see any incidents there in regards to tapping another car and all that sort of stuff. So a very clean start to the race. Now everyone needs to settle down. The only way to really overtake on this track is to... Oh, there it is there. I believe the cornflakes car might have disappeared. Got a little bit of a tap from another car. Let's see what... Oh, I'm pretty sure that was an Aston. Oh no, it looked like a car went sideways and then unfortunately exit stage left straight into him. So if we can get a replay onto that later, we'll see what happens. But yeah, you've got to just put your car in the person's mirrors, get them to outbrake themselves. And that's how a few of the overtakes was happening last night. Because obviously in the straight line it was pretty difficult for most cars because the front straight's just physically not running. This corner is fantastic where they're coming into now. This is called Crocodile. The next one's called Cheetah. And it's got a yellow curb there. You clip on that and it's death. But you've got to try to take it quick. It's a crucial corner to be able to take quick. So here we are on board with Aiden. Trying to do, but that bop might just hurt him a little bit in the straight lines. We know that he's very, very quick with that Macca, but just with that extra bop that he's got on his car, he's looking on the inside. Did he get a bit of drive? Can he get past you? No. he's been able to hold that spot. So this is where he's just got to apply as much pressure as he can on Giacomin to see if he outbreaks himself or goes wide on the curb or just puts a foot wrong. It's the only way he's going to really get past. We know he's very, very good, and you got Lupti behind him as well. He's going to be putting a lot of pressure. He drove very well last night, put a lot of pressure. Oh, there's Dario. You got the Why Not boys there. They're holding each other up. Oh, look at that. You got Stan. I think
had a bit of a moment. He went wide there because Bartoletti's kind of seeing himself through there.
Yeah.
Just a couple of little mistakes. Quite literally doing what you were just saying, just waiting for the car in front to make a mistake, and Bartoletti has capitalised on it.
Yeah, correct. I mean, Bartoletti wouldn't have much bop on. Well, he's got bop on that car, but we know that Mac is pretty quick, so you know, a little bit of bop is to try to slow it down a bit. But obviously, those Lambos have got a fair bit on them, which is going to really slow them down. So we're back on board with Aiden here, putting as much pressure as he can onto Giacomo, going through Cheetah, which is a fantastic corner. He can go wide there, and yeah, be careful. You don't take too much grass because it can kill you. And then obviously coming out of this corner, you've got to try to narrow the line. Too wide on corner exit does really hinder you. Now, Aiden, does he gain a little bit of pace here to get into turn one? Let's have a look. He's there or thereabouts, but yeah, just not close enough to actually go into brakes. He's just putting the nose out, and that's just another way to try to offset the guy in front to think, oh, Jesus, he's going for a lunge. Do I need to release the brakes? Here we go. We've got the replay here. Let's. This is going to be turn one. I believe. Oh, bit of a tap on Buck. Oh, that's yeah. All right, and you definitely put a chicken under that bonnet now. Oh, yeah. I reckon there's going to be a pen on that one. There's a bit of moving there.
A little bit of South African theme.
Oh, hang on a minute. I might need to see that. Depending on the line, I'll leave that up to the students to make the decision on that one. I'd like to see if there was, a replay of what happened, I think, to...
I think that might have been Roger that punted. I'm not too sure. We saw him move a little bit before. But Braden, he's still got it. Looks like he is still on track at the moment, just down in P14. But here's the replay now. This might be what we just been talking about. You can see...
there it is.
Ooh,
oh,
yeah. Lexus got off, and the GTR gets the worst end of the deal there.
It gets the worst end of the deal. I saw Rochford getting tapped, but I did see a car spin, but obviously because with the camera panned away, so I did see it. But oh well, he's still there. Keep on going, son. Keep on going. Now again, Aiden, he's trying to put as much pressure as he can, and then obviously you got the Rondinella. He wants to get on a bit of the action there as well. And he's could probably say, mate, I just need these two guys to make a bit of a mistake so I can get straight through. They're all starting to stretch out. They're a little bit at the front there. Obviously, Chris has just taken off. Mind you, he hasn't sort of disappeared into the distance as much as what I expected. Bruno's sort of hanging in touch, but yeah, they're starting to get a bit of a gap there to Johnson. Then, obviously, then it's a tight gap between Johnson, Warren, Giacomo, Squires, Rondinella. And Sam is there or thereabouts.
Certainly does. Cooley doing Cooley things in the ass and seeing himself into the future with a very clean start. So if he's Mr. Consistent for this, that's a good job to him. We'll have a little bit of a off there, just a little bit on the gravel. This might help Aiden a little bit, but obviously that bot McLaren probably won't be able to do much with it. See, following Loopy now in the big banana. Still love to see this car go around 70 times. Absolutely love it. Unfortunately, having to chase down Aiden Squires. He's probably also been... I think he's been hit with a few kilos of bop as well, considering he's had some high finishes. So, even at a track like this, it's probably not going to help the Lexus that much at all.
No, like I said, the Lexus, it just needs a little bit more straight for it to really stretch out its legs. And that's where it's going to sort of suffer. Again, it's all going to be about making a mistake. Oh, Giacomo's gone a little bit wide. Oh, Aiden's having a look on the inside. Does he stick it? No, he doesn't. Good race between them. But that might allow Lupti to get a bit of a run on him as well. Let's see, going into one. He's physically closer. Is he close enough to send it with the extra bop on it? Let's have a look. You can see G Combs just protecting the line a bit, just moves across to try to widen it out, and Aiden's gone in, and there's a bit of a touch. No! That's going to allow Loopy through. Oh, yeah, that was always going to happen. It was always going to happen. Oh.
Send and a half from a mile away, and we saw that coming from quite literally a mile away.
Yeah, but look who benefited. What did I say to you at the track before? He wants these two guys to sort of get tangled up with each other. It allows him to get through. Now he can just try to clear off into the distance. I think he was hanging on pretty well, so I think he's got enough pace to actually physically pull away now. And then he's going to sort of get himself behind Warren there and see if he can put some pressure onto him.
Yeah, certainly. Sam might also have a breath of fresh air from Aiden, considering what he just saw in front of him. Here's the replay of it now. Lick the stamp, but return to sender there, going into the side of Giacomo.
Yeah, look, I think he might have been caught out. I think he might have been caught out a little bit because obviously under brakes Giacomo, he just made that one move, so you're not allowed to do multiple moves. Under braking there, which might have just caught out Aiden a little bit under braking. And he just couldn't pull it up because I know that Aiden doesn't make too many mistakes like that, so he might have just been caught out slightly because obviously he had to leave the braking as late as possible. So, but we'll leave that on to Schultz. We go on now. We're on board with Johnson and Warren putting a lot of pressure on it. We know that Porsche is pretty good around here. It's got a good front end and it's got very, very good traction between these two Porsche boys. So let's keep an eye on what happens with these two guys because we know that Jade, here we go. On the inside there, Giacomo, he's going to say, mate, I want to catch Aiden. I want to catch up to Aiden. He goes, I want him. I want it back. I want my position back, sunshine. That's what he's going to be saying to himself.
Certainly, but Bartoletti's behind Sam as well. They're all kind of bunched up. You can see Stan there as well, kind of joining in. Justin just tailing behind them a little bit. So this kind of opened the door for the White-Hot boys now with everyone kind of adjusting around a little bit. Very, very different lines coming through Sunset there. You can just see Stan coming through now. Oh, it's a very different line coming through the clubhouse. But it's probably going to matter quite a bit more here. Obviously, this is a very interesting section here. A bit of up and down in terms of elevation through the S's. But it seems Stan might have gotten a bit of a run here. We'll see what happens as they come into your corp. But it doesn't quite look like he's going to be able to do anything with it. Justin also closing that gap quite a bit there in the hairpin. So we might see a bit of blue on blue action here between the White-Hot boys coming into the Crocodiles, but it's going to be a bit of a send and a half for Justin to do anything with it. And you can see Lex of Turabank just behind him as well, joining in. So they're all kind of lining up now. It's a bit of a waiting game between all of these drivers, and I think for Stan's case, he's probably going to be better off waiting.
Yeah, look, again, because obviously the cars in front of him probably got a little bit more straight line speed. Obviously there's a pen through there for Hope, 5-second penalty, though I think they'll be right at the start. What we're watching here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no more needs to be said on that one. We'll leave that one alone. And we continue back on. Oh, look at these boys, they're all fighting. They go, mate, we want that piece of tarmac in front of you boys, and I'm coming through. That's what they're talking about here. We're on board with Bartoletti. Obviously, you know, another White-Hot boy there that hasn't been doing much driving in the last couple of weeks. He's had a fair bit of work and family commitments there, so he hasn't had too much time to sort of practice too much. But he's been doing very, very well in 9th spot, holding the seemingly two faster guys behind him, but obviously he's got enough pace just to keep him behind, and you can see that Bank at the background there's going, come on boys, let's make a mistake, let me through, I want to get through. They're coming into Le Comp, as you want to call it, and then they just power, shifting the gears down into Mine Shaft. I can't see where the Mine Shaft is, but there's got to be a Mine Shaft there somewhere. And coming into Crocodile, which is a potential overtake move if you can get a good run. Here we go, a bit of a replay. Oh, just a bit wide, and you can see the bump just on the exit there, just unsettles the car, gets the car to bounce, and because the car is loaded, it just lets you go. Been there, done that. I feel your pain. Oh, a little bit wide there for Stan, but was able to keep it on the track. coming out of the last corner and then just powering down the front straight. And you can see that, yeah, it's just nose to tail. These two guys here at the front, Warren and Johnson again, they're still fighting. Obviously, Johnson's doing a very, very good job here. He's not making too many mistakes to even allow Warren a bit of a sniff to get in there. He's turning in nice and easy, slow in, fast out. The Porsche's got fantastic traction coming out of the corner because it's got the engine in the back, so it allows you to get really good traction out of there. And under brakes and the steering, it's not a bad car around here. Some other tracks might suffer a little bit, but it's just a little bit better around here tonight. But you can have a look at the big banana, mate. The big banana and Aiden, they're catching up. They're going to make it very interesting. But this will allow, if they catch up to the Porsches and they get past them, it's going to allow Gia Coleman to catch up again. And, yeah, Gia Coleman behind Aiden. Let's see what happens.
Yes, certainly. He's got quite a bit of room to catch up in 12 minutes. So, what about five or six laps, I reckon. Securely kind of determining what happens, considering he's already 4 seconds ahead of Brenner, which we kind of saw coming. But it seems to coming through Mineshaft might be the key spot for where Ronell is maybe able to make up pace against Warren in front, considering it's a bit of a got a bit of replay coming on into Le Corp. This is I believe Porsche or Porsche. There's a little bit of a tap there behind Alex Curie. Oh no, that was Rochford there giving him just a little bit of a kiss.
I do want to say anything. I didn't want to say anything.
Just trying to give him his daily dose of cornflakes. Healthy fibre and vitamins right there for you, mate. Probably not the best way you want to ingest it, but to each to their own.
Oh, Jaden's getting interested now. He's looking at it. He's going to be sizing them up, but he knows he's got to go hard as well because Aiden behind him is going to be putting immense pressure. So while he's looking in front, he's also looking in the mirrors as well, saying, where is he going to try to make a move on me? So this is going to get very interesting in the next few laps, I reckon. Absolutely, coming through Sunset. The reason why they call that corner Sunset because as the sun goes down, it's right in your eyes. Which it won't happen in tonight's races because the second race tends to get done in a little bit of ducks there, so you don't get much sun into your eyes in the second race tonight.
I'm glad we're not driving. I would have been blinded by that and probably lost. But
he's got a bit of a run here.
Having a bit of a run.
Rochford
coming now.
That's Warren, mate. It's Warren, mate.
Warren. Jeez, I'm lost on who's who. Jeez, you can tell how many I've had tonight. It's not looking good.
Mate, you got to get off the Coca-Cola, mate.
Too much
he's on the inside. You can't go too wide into Cheetah. That is dangerous. Too wide into Cheetah.
Risky move, and that might have just cost him a possible run and opened the door for Loopty behind him. Look at him sniffing the backside of Zach there. And let's hopefully he can stretch those legs.
He is close enough.
That leg's enough.
He is close enough. He is close enough. Gets a bit of a slipstream. Going through the kink there. Can he send it on the brakes?
Send it. Have a look on the outside. Oh, he might be able to make it stick. He's gone pretty deep on the outside here, but he's got the advantage.
He has. He's made it stick.
Can he make it stick? He has. Got the position of Zach Warren and Aiden kind of trying to do the same thing there. He also had a bit of a run.
Oh, he's got the run.
Not quite able, but he's have a look now coming into Sunset. Are they going
outside wide Sunset's not good.
This is not going to be good for Aiden. He holds it, a little bit of contact. And he's gone off. I don't know if he's going to be complaining about that one, but they're still going, still side by side. Kept it together through Clubhouse, side by side for 3 corners now. Aiden on the inside line through the S's. Gets in front. Seems Zach maybe just had to bide his time a little bit and back off. But it's not going to do any good for him now because you can see Gia Coleman in that BMW creeping up to him. So they come through Lecomte, 2 very different lines there. A little bit wide on the apex. But here's probably where it's going to matter most for Gia Coleman coming down through Mineshaft. Doesn't quite look like he's got enough room to stretch the legs.
No, that was... great overtake by Luke around the outside going into turn 1. That was a fantastic move. He was able to get the power down just to pull away for Warren. And Yeah, I'm
getting a bit wide there at Cheetah.
I was very surprised about. I was very surprised about Aiden around the outside of Sunset. It's not easy out there because, geez, there's not much grip out there. But yeah, play on. Let's see what happens now. Lucas needs to close up on Johnson and see if he can maybe do the same move in the next lap. He needs a lap to be able to set him up, get a good drive coming out of the last corner, and he use the Lexus power down the main straight, and hopefully we'll see him do another move around the outside. That was clean and clinical. That was very nice to see.
Cut to the replay now. This is Aiden on the outside through Sunset. It's certainly a risky move, but it looks like Zach maybe just clipped the curb there and just pushed him a little wide. Unfortunately, pushed Aiden off the track, but he's back on it and back on that inside line. Jeez, still holding that side-by-side line perfectly. Perfect racing room between the two of them, and Warren just taking the easy road through the S's and choosing to fight another day.
Here he comes, the banana. The banana's coming. You can see it.
Time to get your healthy dose of potassium, Carl Johnson. It's your time to put on the defense.
Yeah, absolutely. But like I said, that Porsche gets a good run. Where he was able to overtake Warren, he's just compromised himself a little bit. Let's see if he can get the run coming out of the last corner to stop him from sending it. Because like I said, the Porsche does snap out of the corner pretty quickly. So it might be just enough. Let's see what happens here. He goes under the brakes, turns in. I don't believe Jaden's close enough. No, he's gone a little bit wide. Still not close. I don't believe he's close enough.
Doesn't quite look close enough to see.
No, I don't think so. But he will close up on the brakes pretty hard. Let's see what happens. There he goes. There under brakes there. Oh, look at it. He got the big Lexus badge there.
Big banana just on top of it. Mate, that's a combo and a half there. You can see still hunting the backside of Carl Johnson. Also noticed some other news. Jared Coleman got slapped with a 5-second penalty, so I imagine that was for his little incident with Aiden there. So it seems maybe Diaballs might be in the steward box and saw a bit of moving under braking and was not too happy with it. Oof, Luby going a bit wide there on the exit of the Sunset. Kept it together.
Yeah, I believe it would be. Here we are on board. Here we go, the cornflakes. Ooh. Oh, a little bit of battle damage there at the front of it. Oh, it's gone a little bit wide into Sunset.
Oh, he's kept it together. You can see Brandon Hope there just behind as well, just kind of lingering around, also with a 5-second penalty. I believe he was the cause of Barker getting spun around on the straight. I believe on the race start, so maybe Scott Rochford isn't going to be worrying about him too much, but here we go. Lipty might be trying to set up for that main straight, maybe that T1 once again. Carl Johnson holding that tighter line there through there, but still holding the speed relatively well, coming through.
Oh, he's got the curb, that's hurt him.
A little bit of a pogo bounce there. It's opened the door for Rondinella on the having a look on the outside there. Ooh, taking quite a bit of inside curve there as well. That might have just compromised him a bit too much here and had a possible chance of P3.
Yeah, but look, he's closing. This might be the move around the outside. Let's see what happens. It goes under brakes pretty hard, but that Porsche, look at the braking of that Porsche is fantastic. Great driving by these two guys. Nice and tight, slow in. Oh, he's going to look on the inside. No, it just clips the curve nicely and accelerates out. Oh, that might set up Aiden on Loopty. Let's see what happens. Oh, around the outside, surely not. Surely not between these two guys.
Oh, surely he's learned his mistakes from last time, but he's kept a held of it. Still went wide just a little bit. Still kept it just behind Loopty there. He's arguably setting up for a possible move after the S's here. Loopty might also be doing the same thing as well. You can see Zach Warren behind Aiden.
Warren's going, make a mistake, boys.
He's very eager for what's happening in front of him at the moment.
He goes, make a mistake. I can jump 3 cars here. Just make that mistake. I just need the mistake. Let's go. But look who's behind him. Gee, Coleman is going, mate, I want all you 4 cars to make a mistake and let me jump 4 spots.
Well, certainly, you can see from the backside now, Carl Johnson, 2 very different lines going in through Crocodile. between the two. So I see Loopty very much eager to try and set up there for a run into T1. Both of them kept it pretty clean. Loopty going a little bit wide there. Aiden having a bit of a look on the inside of the final turn. Lit the stamp he sent it. Can he hold on to it? Loopty having to go a bit wider than normal.
Oh, this is
Open the door
compromised.
now. Here we go. Aiden Squires with a bit of a run, but Loopty's still alongside him. Loopty
Oh, this is
going
going to be
wide.
three wide.
Carl defends Aiden. Aiden goes on the middle. Gets a dive in between the two. Can they keep it nice and clean? Zach Warren under defense from Giacomin as well. Held that back, but just behind these three as well. There's chaos everywhere on the track. Aiden able to get in front of Loopty there. And still on the backside of Carl Johnson once again. Let's see, have a look this time. He's opted for the inside a little bit, but not choosing the stick there this time around. But you can see him just absolutely itching there. Loopy as well, trying to force Aiden to do something with it. Everyone running something very, very different. Carl Johnson probably screaming for life at the moment with a Lexus and a McLaren behind him. And Zach Warren still holding back from Giacomin, but still very much eager to chase Rondinella. Probably also very eager, definitely, for a mistake to come from these two.
They've got one more lap to go. The leaders is going to be crossing the line. There'll be one more lap. Oh, there goes Giacomin on the inside. Oh, Warren, does he get the drive? Oh, not quite. He just tucks in behind. Like I said, that Porsche accelerates. But under brakes, he's got the chance under brakes. He's definitely close enough under braking. He's going to take that narrow line. Definitely goes under brakes. In and out. And job done. Warren sure he's not going to send it. No, he's not. Obviously, the two boys, which is Aiden and Lupti, very, very close coming out of Sunset. And that sort of in the clubhouse bend, which allowed Johnson to get out in front. So he's got a bit of a gap. He should be able to maintain. This here should be good. I don't believe they're going to be able to close up. Can Lupti do anything on Aiden? And then, Giacomin's there. He's going, mate. I want my positions back, boys. I'm coming. I'm going to do it on this lap. Can I do it? He's going to be fired up to try to get his position. Takes a fair bit of curve there. Going at it.
Joining in as well. You can see him behind Zach Warren as well. Everyone all lined up. I'm sure Giacomin's wishing that these three in front of him all make a mistake, so he has a bit more room to breathe. But he's probably not going to be able to get anything out of it. Loopty's still holding it nice and stable. Carl Johnson's still doing the same thing as usual, holding out in front of these people. And pretty much defending all race against everyone here. Pretty much just leading the train at the moment as they come up through the S's. Coming into the pop. Loopty not really having any room to make a run. Giacomin just itching that a little bit closer through some of these corners here. So maybe he's trying to set up on Loopty, but we'll have to wait and see as they come through down the mineshaft. Loopty, big gap between him and Aiden now, so it doesn't look like he's going to have the room to get anything done here. Purely
there he is, Chris across the line. Finnyford just started it easy.
Mate, that's a Thursday night drive for him at KYALAMI, and certainly a good one.
Bruno in second, and it looks like these guys are going to just finish it as they are. It's only going to be a short drive, so obviously we'll have Johnson coming in third, Aiden in fourth, Rondinella in fifth, Giacomin in sixth. Looks like it's going to be Warren, Sam, Bartolocci, and Moskovich, Stan, rounding up the top 10. Then you've got Griffin, Bank, Kiri, Rochford, and Hope, and the rest of them coming through. So what's going to happen? The top 10 will not need to go out and qualify now. It's going to be a reverse grid, so that means Stan will start in first in reverse order. So 10, 9, 8 in reverse will be first, second, and third. So they'll just sit there and relax. People like Justin and all that will have to go out and qualify. So Justin needs to go out there and put a half-decent lap in to try to start in the 11th spot in the next one, which is going to be coming up shortly for just finishing off here. Nolan, who's going to get the 5-second penalty, and then you got Barker, unfortunately, with the 15-second penalty.
Going to be an interesting race for them for the next time around. They're going to have to qualify their hearts out and try and get anything out of it, but race one, man, have we had some chaos already.
absolutely. And in this one, the track temperature is going to drop, so everyone needs to try to start sorting out the tyres. Here we go out shortly to start. There you go. The first car's going out there. And they've got 8 minutes. 8 minutes to go and do about 5 odd laps or so, and try to put it on pole. You can see the track temperature is dropping a little bit, which means that the cars are going to be getting a little bit quicker, because obviously as the air temperature drops, cars get a little bit quicker, and they'll just everything just gets a little bit spicier. So let them go out in the formation lap, warm everything up. Have they got the right pressures? Obviously, with the track being warmer, do they have another setup there for the cool conditions? Time will tell.
Well, certainly, but we'll have to wait and see. And I kind of got to channel my inner Brad Spark here with a little bit of fun fact about this track. Turn 5, adequately named Barbecue.
Yep.
Ironically, little fun fact: barbecue the slang for barbecue in Afrikaans, the language of South Africa, is actually called braai.
Hey?
So much like how we here in Australia, we go, oh yeah, we'll have a barbecue or whatever. It's like, come, let's have a braai.
Jesus.
Gotta pull out my Afrikaans accent every now and then. Show my love for the country, and it's general love for this track. Full stop, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. There's got to. I think there was a few more tips about this track too, but I can't remember what they were. I think I had. God, I've got a mental blank now. Jesus, I've got to get off the Coca-Cola as well. I think. I wasn't tonight anyway. There's a few other facts and figures around this track too, which was very surprising. I don't know, and I'll see if I can try to find some interesting facts while these guys go out on their first opening laps. Fun facts.
I'm trying to remember now, the last time there was a Formula 1 race at this track, long before I was even a thought in my parents' mind, 1993.
What? How old are you?
I'm 20, mate.
Are you?
I'm a child.
I'm old enough to be your grandfather.
Oh,
Not your father, your grandfather.
We're going to toss you up in Club 50s, mate.
Oh, yeah, I've been asked to go into Club 50, but as someone said to me last night, you should be Club 60.
I imagine there's a few people who'll be able to join you up there. I mean, I'm still a young fella in this league. I've barely been with here in OOR for not even a year yet, mate. I'm just showing how young I am.
Yeah.
Ooh, Luke Marvel having a little bit of an upset there on the curve, clipped the wall. Wasn't seemed a bit of his friend tonight. We saw him spin off a bit earlier in the first race, unfortunately. Well, I think he packed it up after that one, which isn't too great. But Gia coming back out once again as well, trying to set some laps. Scott Rochford just behind him as well, and I believe Zach Warren also has to go out as well. So it's certainly going to be a bit of an interesting battle here, considering what was our P2 to, like, I think P6, something like that. Was it P2 to P6? I've lost. Oh, no, P3. There we go. It's like P3 all the way down to P6. They're all closely bunched up, but now the reverse is flipped. So Stan will be obviously leading the pack in front of them all, and everyone's going to be pretty much reverse of what they had before. So
Absolutely.
maybe Lupti's going to have to push a little bit harder this time around to try and get positions, but obviously everyone else that's still trying to qualify for P11 down is going to try to do the best they can. So obviously Alex Curie, top spot at the moment. Scott Rochford behind him, and Pete Viner just behind him as well. It's certainly a little bit spread out between them all, but we're only halfway through qualifying. Maybe everyone's still trying to sort themselves out. Maybe they're just that touch too cold tyres, you reckon?
Yeah, absolutely. The cooler temperatures means it's going to take an extra lap. Generally, your fastest lap's not until at least the third lap. So obviously, here we go. Fastest lap now has gone to Bank on 41.590. That's a good banker. That is a good banker. Let's see if I can see Justin's just decided to stay in the pit. I think he's had enough. Did Justin creep into the top 10? Did he? Was there a penalty up there? We'll see what happens. Obviously, you got Mr. Bank. He's gone 0.1 up, going into Sunset. Can he maintain it through here? Like I said, this track you need to be slow in, fast out. It needs to be smooth. You can't if you overdrive. Oh, 0.2 up. He's gained a bit of time. Nice. 0.3's maintained a bit. Here we go. Rochford's up by 0.6, almost 0.7, going into Cheetah. Can he maintain it and keep that delta up? He does. Coming into the last corner, slowing fast out. Can't go too wide. Get the drive out. The Aston definitely go. Oh, a little bit of a slide. Did that compromise? Yeah, you can just see it starting to bleed off. He's lost a good 10th. Yeah, good 10th, but still kept him in second spot. 4/1000ths of a second behind Mr. Bank. Now we're on board with Bank, 0.26 up. If he maintains that, that will definitely leapfrog him a little bit further in front, just to get a little bit more. Oh, safety car, safety car. Why is there a safety car? Hang on, safety car's disappeared. Okay.
Gee, what's going on behind the cameras, mate?
Oh, no, yeah, don't know.
Has he gone a bit too heavy on the Coca-Colas as well?
Maybe 0.5 up. This is going to get him up to a 41 flat. Whoops. There you go. Normally you don't see.
What do they do?
You normally don't see a safety car in qualify, mate. There's normally a red flag. All right.
Benny's seen a big red button that says safety car. He's gone, oh, I wonder what this does.
Anyway, so we're on G. Coleman. G. Coleman is obviously 0.2 up and needs to find a little bit more time because obviously Banks just done a 41.130. So, oh yeah, he's gained a bit of time there. He's 0.5 up. This is going to be close. This is going to be close. Can he maintain it? He's sort of holding that 0.5, which is going to be there or thereabouts. Needs to find at least another half a 10th. Can he get in there? Gets into Crocodile. Needs to power out. Not go too wide. Not unsettle the car. Going into Cheetah. Needs to turn around a little bit of dab of the brake to get it to rotate. Coming into the last corner. He's going to be there. Can he get the exit without losing it? He's gone a bit wide. That might... No, might be enough to jump him up. I believe it is by 2/10. There you go. A 140.860. Good lap.
Yeah, while you've been talking about G. Currents, absolutely beautiful lap there. I see John Rad's put in the chat. Griffin's on pole. That's why he's not out on quality. It turns out he just snuck P10.
There must have been a penalty that allowed him to get in because I thought he was in 11th spot. Stan was in 10th, so I reckon someone must have been penalised there, which dropped him out of the top 10. So.
That might have been Giacomin because he was slapped with a 5-second penalty, and there was about 3 or 4 cars behind him near that final lap. So maybe that was just enough to punch him out of the top 10, and that.
Big slide by the Nissan.
So Griffin very lucky there, not really having to do much work to get pole for the second race, but he's gonna have Stan just behind him.
Strategic. It was strategic. Oh, yeah, Perkin dropped into 7th spot. Nice lap with that big broadie that he had. Here we go on Rochford. How we got here? Oh, he just lost it. Going down mine shaft. Let's see if he's still holding it there. Can he get under the brakes? These are their final laps. So once the cars go over the line, that will be it. Going under brakes into Crocodile. It gains just a little bit too wide. That little bit of the bounce is going to hurt him. There you go. Just start bleeding off time. I don't think he's going to be able to make that up. Here we go. G. Coleman, 0.4 up.
Just cementing his top spot for this second qualifying session. Not quite as fast as we saw Chris Cooley in the first quality session, but definitely would have tossed him up there in possibly P3 or 4 for the first race.
Absolutely. So he's going to have his work cut out to try to get through the cars. But let's see who's out of position in the race 2. We're on board with... so I am with the Ferrari 0.5 up. That will jump him up a few spots. Could potentially get him close to 5th. Does he keep it 0.4? Oh, maybe not 5th now. Probably 6th. Powers out. Oh, just losing a little bit of time. That might jump him a spot, but that's about as far as go. There he goes into 8th spot. We are done.
So certainly ripper qualifying there from Giacomo. It's a shame he couldn't do that in the first race. I know he probably would have appreciated those points and possibly avoided his contact with Aiden, but fortunately not for him, he's going to be starting in P11 for this race. So I don't think I have a screenshot of the top 10 from the last race, so I won't be able to quite tell who's up the top, but I believe it's going to be Griffin and then Stan for the front row.
Correct. So what's going to happen here is that the race control is going to start calling out the cars in reverse order in the top 10, which is going to be obviously Justin first and then Stan. They're going to obviously just head on down to close to turn 1. They're going to maintain and slow down there until the rest of the top 10 in reverse grid. So that would mean Chris out of that top 10 will be in 10th spot. Once he gets past Giacomo, then the rest of the field will start to obviously head on and they'll start their formation lap. Now, the interesting thing about the reverse grid, because obviously Chris was the winner of the first race, in the game, even though he will be sitting in 10th spot, the game thinks he's in first. So they've got to wait until he crosses the start finish line before you get the green flag. So the run down to turn 1 is a lot shorter by a long way.
Yeah, certainly. You got a little bit backwards, but because Giacomo qualified first for this, so same thing. He'll be chasing down Chris Cooley anyway. So once those two actually get to the green flag spot, it's going to be lights out. So it's probably going to be like maybe I think it's like 200, 300 meters before the first braking zone. The green flag's actually going to be waved, so it's going to be interesting for some late moves coming into the T1 here.
Yeah, they're going to be bounced up. The few things that happened last night, a few people got caught out speeding because obviously the start procedure is a little bit more delayed. And yes, you are correct. It'll be Giacomo will be the leader, so they've got to wait until he gets to the start line. So there you go. I've definitely pushed the coke to the side now. Yeah, so a few of them got caught speeding yesterday because obviously waiting. They just went over a little bit. Let's see if they don't get any speeding fines on this one. And going into turn 1, it's going to be extremely interesting. There's going to be some rapid boys from behind trying to overtake.
Yeah, from a bit of real life experience, speeding fines are not great. They're not fun. Could lose your license. Thankfully,
Absolutely.
This is a simulator.
Absolutely. This is what I like. I like it when it gets dusk or dark. The headlights coming on, I think, looks fantastic. I'm having flashbacks.
Oh, God. Do we see a car park at turn 1?
Let's see what happens. I don't think so. I think these guys are going to be pretty good. I
mean, they don't call it split blood for no reason.
Nah, I think they're going to be good. I mean, the guys, that, especially at the pointy end there, look at them all coming through there, getting into their position, calling them out nice and slow. Wait till there's Lukti.
Interesting. I think it's going to be Griffin, Stan, and I think Bartoletti, then Sam. So then Lukti, then Aiden, and then I believe just in front of Aiden will be the Porsche. Oh, sorry, just behind Aiden would be the Porsche Carl Johnson. There he is coming through now. And of course, then Breno and Chris Cooley rounding out the top 10. And then, as you can see, the rest of the grid will follow along nice and closely. So they'll get themselves settled in for this lap, this last little 25-minute sprint that we have of tonight. Chris Cooley, I'm curious to see what he can do from P11, sorry, P10.
Yeah, it's all going to be about overtaking cars as quick as he can. He doesn't want to get stuck behind too many cars. I mean, 10 spots, but look, he's pretty rapid, so potentially he can make 1 or 2 spots at the start. But look, it's not going to be easy for him because Bruno's pretty quick as well, so he's not going to make it easy for him. I don't believe the delta's that big, but let's see what happens at the start. Like I said, the reverse grids always brings out a little bit of spice, put it that way.
So maybe a bit of a overconfidence and maybe some of the people sitting in P10, P11 around there. I know if I'm Giacomo thinking, oh, I qualified pole in quali 2. I've certainly got the pace to beat some of these guys on the grid, but he didn't have the pace to beat them on track in the first race, so he's certainly going to prove what he can do for the second race. You can already see the sun setting down and there's dusk, a little bit of clouds around as well. Certainly going to make it a pretty cold track, pretty much almost peak temperatures for setting your fastest lap times if you've got the setup for it. what's it, 22, 23 degrees at the moment for track and ambient. So this is going to make it interesting for this race start here. Obviously, everyone's starting to get themselves sort of settled into that double file. We'll see him very, very shortly. There you go. Justin leading the pack, standing alongside him. That's right, Bartoletti, then Sam, then Warren, Rondon Arnott, Squires, Carl Johnson, and obviously Hewley and Breno around here in top 10.
Let's bring on the start. Let's bring on the fireworks at the start. This can be interesting because those Lambos are going to struggle a little bit on the line with the extra bop on them as well. They've got two hungry McLarens behind them going, ha ha ha, we're there. With Lupti as well looking, ooh, can he send it around the outside going into turn one? They're just going through Cheetah there. They're coming into the last corner now. Now, fun fact before they start, in Zulu, KYALAMI stands for my home. There you go. All right.
The home of racing for us tonight, but obviously the delayed start, so we'll see how we go. See, just about to win the start. I think it's probably going to be near pit exit. So see how they would have gone green by now, but obviously not. You can still see everyone still having to sit packed together. But here's the green flag, and they're underway. Griffin already holding the inside line against Stan Loopy, trying to go on the outside. Zach having a look there on the inside of Sam. Bartoletti seeing himself off the track, somehow not collecting anyone in the process of it. Justin getting in nice and cleanly away. A bit of three wide action there in the back of the grid. Warren under pressure by Sam and Bartoletti, who somehow managed to get it. Sorry, not Bartoletti, Squires there in the other McLaren. Having a look there on Stan into Sunset. Sam also having a bit of a look there. Warren getting a little bit caught up by Aiden just behind him. And now having to also defend there on the inside of Sam. Lupti just behind him along with Breno. And able to hold that line. Breno looks like he might not have the run on it, but Lupti's got a bit of a run there on Sam. Breno also having a look in the nose on the inside there through Sunset. Both of them coming in through the kinks now as well. Breno just still trying to keep that nose out in front. Unfortunately holding the outside line through Lecomte, closing it nice and tight. And Johnson there also trying to hold on to his position, but doesn't quite look like he's going to get on the exit there. So everyone now starts seeing themselves way through. OC Breno still holding on against Sam here coming into Crocodile. Sam on the inside line trying to defend it. And that's Barker once again. Barker getting turned over the nose there of Bank. That's not good to see. You can see Keely also just chilling in the background. Ooh, skipping over the curb there through Cheetah. Thankfully not collecting anyone and having it slot back in. Definitely getting a bit happy already, isn't he?
Oof. Yes, okay, I don't know. We'll get a replay on what happened. He surely got tapped from behind, maybe. We'll see what happened on that one. Yeah, we saw that Chris was trying to get through Cheetah pretty quick, took that yellow baguette and sent the car bouncing a fair bit, and actually good car control, because normally when you hit that it really compromises you a fair bit. Now we're on board with Warren, and we've got Aiden just putting a lot of pressure on him to see if he can get past him. We know he was pretty rapid in the first race, so we know he's going to be rapid in the second race, and because he's a little bit closer, it's going to, yeah, keep him a lot closer. This is going to become interesting, because I don't believe those Lambos are going to be pulling away, so they just need to hopefully clear Warren to try to put some pressure on the Why Not boys with Lupti and Aiden. They're coming up through here, going up to Lecomte. It's going to be who can get under the brakes better, get the better exit. Kenny turns it in, he gets on the power as quick as he can, and he needs to get the drive. Problem is just not enough room there to get enough of a toe there to go under brakes, so he might potentially be trying to set him up going into T1. Now we're on board with Chris. Let's see how he goes with G. Combs. Not going to make it easy for him. Nice and tight, goes around. It's a blind corner when you're behind the car in front. Oh, it just clips the curb again, just kisses it, which doesn't unsettle it a bit. You can kiss it, but you can't climb over it, and then he just powers out. Fastest lap by Warren at 141.3.
Oh, now even the same for Breno, just go slightly faster there as well. He's kind of lagging a little bit behind Loopy there. He's got a bit of a gap. Kind of separate himself from this very important battle pack that is going on in front. Probably also just going to have to stick to the waiting game.
Yeah, look, it's... Oh, Aiden's gone very, very wide there. Oh, normally we go that wide. It tends to want to split your exit stage left, but it didn't do it. Going into sunset. Yeah, look, Bruno's tyres might be just taking a little bit longer to get up to pressure because obviously they would have to adjust. The temperature has dropped a fair bit. It's more the track temperature's dropped a fair way from the first race. It's at least 5 degrees cooler, so it means it's going to take a lot longer for those tyres to come on. But once he gets us all settled in, here's a bit of a replay going into turn 1. Let's have a look. Let's have a look to see what happened with... Oh, mate, he's completely missed the corner there. Dario.
I think the McLaren brakes were bad, but I didn't think they were that bad.
That's what I'm going to say. There's a funny story about Dario. He at Spa going to the bus stop. Yeah, he missed the corner all right. He took me out a beauty. That's all right. We laugh about it. We give it to him. We call it Dario's corner now.
Might have to use that next time we're at Spa next season, but we'll have to wait and see for that. It was a bit unfortunate it was at the start of the season. Well, here's a bit of the chaos that was lap 1. I believe this is one of the... I think this is Porsche Alex Curie. He just got ping-ponged through around. Oh, no, it's not Alex Curie. Oh, that was Carl Johnson, I think. Or Pete... Oh, no, Pete Viney, I think. Yeah, Pete Viney, because Carl Johnson's still chilling around somewhere, but...
Yeah, you can see ping pong. You see the car get hit one way, then the other way. It was ping pong. So leave that one on the shorts. They've got more camera angles. They'll be able to see that. Well, yeah. Oh, here we go. Chris on Geocomb. Does he go under the brakes? Yep. Keeps it on the curb as long as he keeps it nice and tight. Gives in the room. Yes, he does. And he's job done. Now we're off. Now we're going to be off for Bruno. It's not going to be as easy with Bruno. That's for certain. Bruno's going to make it very difficult. Have a look at Bruno now. He's actually closed up now. He's closed up behind Lupti. He's going to be putting a fair bit of pressure. And you can have a look at it. Aiden's actually closed up on Warren now. They're getting... Oh, he just looked about the inside there. Does he get the run? Yes, he does. Can he hold it on power? We know that Porsche's got good acceleration. But the Porsche's actually got the... He's on the outside line, or actually he's just tucked in now for Crocodile. He can't go too wide here because we know Aiden's going to look at it. No. Oh, Luke is going. Go, son, go. Put the throttle down. I want you to get going, son.
A bit of a helping hand, and it might just pay off if he can keep it clean coming through Cheetah. See if he can get a bit of a better run. Hopefully use some of that Cinchu. Try and ignore the bop as much as he can. Oh, this is the replay of what we saw happen to Barker. You can see Bank alongside him. And,
yeah, he just got clipped.
Oh, and that, I think that was Alex Curie involved in that as well, which is not good to see. It's an unfortunate turn for Barker this week in racing. It's definitely certainly not been his race. You can see he's chucked it in the pits and called it a night. So,
yeah, I feel for Barker because Barker's generally been up to the pointy in the previous seasons. And this season he's just had the rough end of the sticks, been in the wrong place at the wrong time. A lot of the incidents happened, not necessarily been his fault. He's been tapped here and there, and yeah, he's had a tough this season, that's for certain. So he'll come back. He'll come back strong. He's a pretty good driver, so yeah, he'll stick with it. And maybe it's the first time he's driven the Beamer, and it's a little bit different driving style. It's a little bit flatter of a car, and yeah, we'll just leave it from that and see we go. Under brake, and Chris is going to go on the inside of Bruno, but Bruno's not going to make it easy. He's going to get on the power nice and early, and we know that Beamer's pretty rapid. We know that the Aston Martin's pretty rapid as well, but not as rapid as that BMW. So he's not going to make it easy for him, that's for certain. Going into Crocodile, you can see that obviously he's, a good half to 3/4 second quicker, but it's not enough delta to be able to get it. Oh, look how wide he goes there, and the car just took it easily in its stride. That car is a pretty cool car to drive. It is a very neutral car, and does take the curbs pretty well too, that Aston Martin, where you can see the Beamer tends to bounce. Now, let's see, we're going into T1. can he sort of there? But Bruno's actually looking obviously in front of him, and he's looking in the mirrors at the same time. Wouldn't be easy with these guys. Look at him. Line of stern. Oh, I like it.
This is certainly setting up to be a good battle between these two. Obviously, Bruno has been very, very consistent these last few weeks in racing, so if he can hold it together, but it looks like Keely might. He had a little bit of a look there going to the sunset, but not quite the run that can make it stick. So Bruno able to hold on to it for a few more corners, but I imagine Keely might be trying to set him up from maybe down towards Mineshaft, possibly. Maybe Bruno's trying to do the same thing the Luke did. It's a bit of a mind game for him now.
Yeah, absolutely. The 15-second pen's come out for Mr. Bank. I think that might have been the one for Bank. Oh, look at Bruno's got a great run. Does he look about sending it? No, he's going to try to go around the outside. Very hard to go out on the outside of the comp. Oh, a bit of a touch and love tap. That's fair game. Go. But look who's in the back going. I want you boys to make a mistake. I want to get through you guys. Let's see what happens. Did he get the run to go into Crocodile? This is going to be extremely interesting under braking. Going into Crocodile, he's trying to take narrow eyes. He sent it. I reckon he sent it. He's got the curb. He's maintained it. Bruno's just tucked in. Yes, he's done it. Well done. Good move. Does he go wide here to compromise himself? No. Now he's got. Oh, what's going on there? Nice and very interesting line there from one of the Porsche boys there. Here we go.
It's probably the replay of it.
Oh, he's gone wide. That's why. That's Warren. He's made that mistake and allowed Aiden to get in front. And job done. Now I'm off. Aiden's going, all right, Stan, you're next, son. You're next. I'm coming after you.
I think Chris Cooley's going to have the same mindset on Loopty. You can already see him hunting him down. And obviously, Loopty doing the same thing for Zach Warren, kind of having to do a replay of last race on Kyle Johnson, but this time with Zach Warren, maybe Zach Warren can hold him off a little bit differently and maybe still try and keep up to Aiden, but he's losing a little bit of time now at the moment as he lost a bit, kind of having a bit of a rallycross moment there, the exit Cheetah last lap. But coming in through the Mineshaft now, or sorry, not Mineshaft, the S is coming up to Lacombe. Chris Keely might have a bit of a run. He sticks the nose in on the inside. Holds it together, gets a bit ahead there on the exit and might just keep hold of it and gets it done. Well done.
Oh, is that compromised? Lukey and allowed Bruno, but Lukey's not going to go. He's going to look at it, but no. Chris is protecting the inside line. Oh, there goes Bruno. He's sending it. Does he maintain it? No, he doesn't. He just has to tuck in behind again. Oh, these guys. That just shows you the difference between when you got talent where you can trust the guy on the inside. If they send it, they keep it nice and tight, give you both racing room. That's the way it's done. If you're going to send a move in, that's how you send it in. You got to make sure you get onto the picks, get onto the ripple strip nice and close there to give the width that you need to the guy on the outside and get the job done. That is talent there, everybody. That is talent. Now he's after Warren. Can Warren try to keep Chris? But that overrun on that Aston Martin is going to be pretty hard to keep him behind. Oh, he's slowed down. He's gone. He's gone. I don't want any of this. Nah, he goes, I don't want to know about this. He goes, mate, you just go. Get out of my way, will you? Unless if they're in comms together.
Please.
They might be in comms together and he's gone, yeah, you can have it, son. I don't want to know about this.
Or maybe you can use Chris to try and chase down Aiden and possibly the Why Not boys who kind of separated themselves from the Porsche, the McLaren of Aiden Squires. So it doesn't seem like the Bop's affecting them too hard this time around.
It is, considering that Chris has had to battle the way through and they haven't pulled away as much, so that's not much of a gap. I think, yeah, getting past Aiden's going to be a little bit harder, unless if Aiden decides to pull over, but Aiden's obviously fighting for the championship at the moment, so he wants to get as many points as he can, so I don't believe he's going to make it easy for him, that's for certain. But if he gets through, then it's going to be very interesting between Stan. Will Stan put a little bit of a rear defence there for Justin to try to pull away? Time will tell. Let's see what happens.
I mean, Bruno's hot on the heels of Loopty there. He might have a bit of a run here going into T1. He's certainly having a good look at the back side of it, but it seems that Lex is just able to stretch his legs a little bit further here. And Zach Warren's still holding on to it there quite nicely, but it's this mid-speed where Lucas just able to carry that a little bit more across the apex, especially in this first section here. He's held on to it a lot better than Warren. But unfortunately, just not quite had enough run to get in front on the exit yet.
Yeah, sorry, but that I was just having a look at a few things there on the side there, going into sunset. Yeah, a little bit wide for Bruno and Giacomo, but they'll be able to hold that. Yeah, they just need to put pressure. Come on, Warren. Keep it on there. Slow in, fast out. We know you got the traction in the Porsche. We know we've got the steering, the brake in the Porsche. Let's just try to maintain it without making any mistakes. Going to look comp. This is a very easy corner to compromise yourself. It's a blind corner going in there under braking. I tend to hit the outside curb a fair bit, which tends to spin the car around. I've done it numerous times, which causes me to crash a few times up in the corner. I don't tend to crash in too many other corners, but up there I tend to do it a bit. But I didn't race last night, so you wouldn't have seen it. So yeah, we're all good to go. The Lambos.
I might have to ask Chris Cooley for his replay file after this, because I'm definitely going to have to study what he does through this lap, because man, is he bloody quick in that car.
I think you could study as much as you want, mate. I think you need to find the talent box that he's got, like I need to do. I need to find his talent box, give a great big lick on it, and hopefully get the same amount of talent. Because that's he's just shown the class and the talent that he's got to be very, very rapid around here. As they're all starting to close up, and you can find now that Aiden's actually within a second, 0.3 from Chris on Aiden, and looks like Justin's just starting to slow down a little bit, because it was 1.3, now it's 1.1. Give it another lap or so, and it's going to tighten up at the front there, making it a four-way battle for first, second, and third. I like this. This is going to be good. We've got a bit of a replay here. Let's see what happens here. Is this... going into crocodile. Synchronised swimming again. We'll leave that one for the stewards again. Continue.
Yeah, certainly. It seems Chris Cooley might have a bit of influence on A at the moment to just close that gap up to the Why-Not boys, because he's just been itching closer and closer every single corner. You can definitely, if I was in Stan's position now, just see the lights of that McLaren in the background. Just get that little bit brighter every lap or so. It's certainly going to spark a bit of thought in the back of mind of what do I do here.
Aiden's hit the curb pretty hard. That's opened the door. Hasn't opened the door for Chris. No, he was able to maintain it. He's hit Cheetah. That caused the car to bounce. It didn't compromise too much. Now going into turn one. Here we go. There it is. Just clipped it enough. Great save. Great save. Going to turn one. Under braking now. Is he close enough to send it? He's going to send it. Absolutely is. I don't think Aiden was going to fight that too much. I was going to talk about papaya rules. Here he goes, flashing the lights, going, all right, you go in front. Here you go, son, but you're going to drag me along as well.
Certainly, Chris Cooley with his eyes set on the Why-Not boys, who've been just enjoying their own thing, haven't had to enforce any papaya rules, but back to a bit further down the grid, OC Jaden still following Zach Warren in that P5. Had a little bit of a look there at the sunset, a little bit of a risky move for him, but certainly not shy to try and make it stick, but he's unfortunately probably just tried to set himself up a bit too early and in the wrong spot.
Absolutely. Just a quick shout out to our major sponsor for these sprint series, Thermaltake. They've supported OOR for the last few years. Great from them to support us. They've got some great products out there, so by all means speak to the boys and get some Thermaltake gear into your PC and get into sim racing as well. Chris looked about it. No, not quite close enough. This battle might allow Justin to just gain a bit of distance that he needs for the last 6 minutes.
Might not be enough, because Chris Cooley is definitely going to have a pace advantage coming onto this main straight. certainly showed it going into Mineshaft, having a look on stand. You can already see how much he's closed up just coming through Cheetah.
Yeah, so this is where I was saying with the Lambo struggles in the straight line.
Yeah, you see it, he stuck the nose out on the inside, Stan's holding it wide, trying to maybe do a bit of a switchback. They've still kept it side by side, but Chris Cooley's kept it together there and has gladly taken that position and is off to hunt the other one-up boy of Justin Griffin.
That is the way. That is the way to overtake cars. Get the good run coming out of the last corner, going to T1, sending it nice and early, making your actions known to the other car, and there's just no defence. He was struggling, and with 5 minutes to go, I reckon Chris might be able to do a back-to-back win here. I don't think that Justin's going to have enough to hold him back, because I reckon by the end of this lap, we'll say by the end of the next lap, he's going to be right on his tail. That 1.2 second gap ain't going to be far enough, not with the pace that Chris has got, and he got Aiden. Now he's going to start putting pressure on to Stan as well. You can see that extra bop hurts a little bit, but it hasn't slowed down Aiden too much. He's actually got a fair bit of pace tonight too. If he can get into the top three from the reverse grid, that's going to be a massive good effort from him with the amount of weight extra he's got on.
Certainly, you can see the different line coming through Crocodile there. He might be trying to set up for a T1 as well. Takes a little bit of curb there, Cheetah. It's unsettled that car a little bit, but he's kept it together. Beautiful car control from him. He's certainly pushing it quite hard there. But he might have just held it up just a bit better than Stan there, because he's certainly itching pretty close to him, much like Chris Cooley on Justin. Do we see him lick the stamp? He's centered on the inside. Is it enough? Not quite enough just yet. Aiden putting the pressure on Stan now. Stan still holding on to it, just managing just to keep in front little by little. But Chris doing the same thing to Justin. Justin going wide, but held together of it beautifully, forcing us side by side into sunset now. Chris on the outside line. He's still holding on to it, still elbow to elbow through this. Beautiful racing room between the two. He's kept it on track. Is he going to beat him under brakes? He is now. Gets to the apex. Gets in front at the apex too. And takes that position textbook style.
And Aiden's on the inside of Stan. Going into this. Oh, someone's got a lift. Yeah, and it was Stan. Yeah, it definitely doesn't work out too well out there, especially with the car. I know that the Lambo is not good out wide, but that just shows you the class between, obviously, Chris and Justin as well, going through sunset. Side by side, giving each car the width that they deserve. Not making it super easy, but trying to put as much pressure on it. That's how you get through. That's how you're supposed to race, nice and clean. If the car's beside you, you're sitting them, cutting them out, and it's game on. He's just going to disappear into the, I would say, sunset. There's no more sunset anymore. If he's gone, it's gone nighttime here. Now, can Aiden put a lot of pressure on Justin now, because he's gotten past Stan by the looks of it? Which he did, sorry. Yes, he did. So now he has got potentially 2 laps to try to get inroads on the Justin, see if he can get into that second spot. Stay tuned. It is coming.
It seems Jaden Rollinella just hasn't been able to do the same thing he was doing last race and just put the pressure on for that last corner. I can see him sort of lagging behind a bit on the straights now in the Lexus, so definitely not enough room for it to stretch its legs against the Porsche. But maybe Zach Warren's maybe just got his eyes set on Stan now, who you can very much clearly see, and I see Aiden doing the same thing on Griffin now, just inching that little bit closer every single corner. You can see him pretty much pushing that McLaren to the absolute limit of the track and the car. It doesn't look like the bob's really affecting him at all, really.
No, if he didn't have that bump on, he would have been a lot quicker, because obviously he's shown for most of the season so far he's been rapid in the McLaren. He's generally always driven the Mustang, and he's gotten into the Mac and he's gone, oh my God, what have I been missing out on for the last few seasons? So he's going to utilise that and see what happens. Now, we're potentially, yes, this is going to be the penultimate lap. They'll be starting their final lap on the next one.
If Aiden's going to make a move, it's going to be either here or on the next lap. But it doesn't quite look like he's going to be able to run. Justin catching it. Oh, and he's clipped the curb at Cheetah. gotten too hungry and got bit by the cheetah at the watering hole.
How the hell does he keep the car on track? I clip it like that. Oh, there he goes, a 140.492. Yeah, great. Yeah, mate, every time I clip that much, I end up in that wall. That is just great car control to be able to obviously control it and not actually lose the spot. Oh, Warren. Oh, there's a bit of that with G. Coleman.
I swear I saw him phase into Loopty there. Oh, I swear I saw two cars quite literally combine into one for a sec there. That was interesting to watch. Here's the replay now. I think he probably just missed his braking zone.
Oh, yeah, you see his hand on the brake pad. He's like, no, what have I done? No.
Oh, no. Unfortunately, both of them being able to keep it on track, but definitely expect the stewards to have a bit of a talking with Giacomo there. Very, very soon. It's pretty much clear cut what that's going to be, but obviously we're not stewards. We probably shouldn't comment too much on it, but...
No. Warren's actually doing a pretty good job here. He's actually staying with Stan, but just not quite close enough with the last lap to go. So Warren in this second race has actually done very, very well to obviously be in 5th spot there behind obviously the Why Not boys. I mean, obviously you're not going to be able to keep Chris and Aiden behind you, but Chris has obviously got the fastest lap. He's already gained within 2 laps. He's already gained 3.6 seconds. That's how rapid he is coming into the last corner. Powering out to do a back-to-back. He TQ'd obviously for race 1. Finished first in race 1. Finished first in race 2. Great driving from 10th spot there, followed by Justin, Aiden, Stan, Warren, Lupti, Giacomo.
And you can see there a healthy 50-second, I think that's a 10-second penalty slapped the Giacomo. So I believe that's just going to toss him outside the top 10 for this.
Yeah, correct. And obviously you got Banks got the 15 seconds, so that's going to drop him out. So that means Rochford potentially has finished in 8th spot.
Actually, yeah, might be the case, and Sam might be able to secure a P9. Curie might have also just been in enough to secure possible P10. Maybe, I'm not too sure what the gap was between him and Giacomo. But obviously, Keely enjoying some very happy donuts there underneath all the fireworks of the beautiful spectacle that is KYALAMI.
I would have been happy if it was in the Jaguar.
We wish we could have seen it, but unfortunately not. But he's certainly proved what kind of driver he is. So obviously taking the pole spot and the win for race 1. Beautiful drive for him. I mean, we saw that pretty much from the second we saw him set his first lap in qualifying, that he was going to be absolute blistering. But moving on to the silver class for race 1, Scott Rochford ends up taking the win for that, even though he had a bit of a miss around, I believe, in the first lap there, which fortunately enough didn't put him into the wall, and kept going. But going to the Pro-Am class, Sam's taking the win for that one, with Bank just behind him as well, and Curie taking the 3rd spot there. Then going down to the AM class, Bartoletti, who I believe did not do too well in race 2. I think he packed it up shortly after that. Didn't quite really get, obviously, and obviously Chris Cooley taking that back-to-back win once again there, with Griffin somehow holding on to that P2 behind Aiden Squires. Obviously Aiden definitely taking McLaren Airlines for a trip there over Cheetah, and obviously Stan unfortunately having to sit behind him. But Rochford taking a silver win once again over Siam and Perkins as well. So good job of Scott. He had absolute blitzing qualifying as well. And Sam also taking the back-to-back Pro-Am win with Curie behind him as well. Obviously, Bank being tossed down due to his 15-second penalty, so not too great for him. And then in the amateur class, it is, of course, Bartoletti, but I don't quite think he finished this time around on the second race.
Oh, interesting. Next week's going to be interesting. Valencia. I don't believe I've seen a sprint race down there, so that's going to be interesting. That'll be very interesting, Valencia.
And I can tell you right now, I won't be driving it.
Why not?
I don't like Valencia. It's a motorbike.
Don't be soft. Come on. Harden up, son. Harden up.
All right, it's just mom. All right.
You got to do it.
You got to be there as well.
I'll try to be there if we can get comms out there. I'll be in there. I'll give it a crack. I'll probably end up. But also, I'd like to thank, obviously, one Benny Hignett, who was doing the camera work today. Always a fantastic job behind the cameras there. And also thank you to Thermaltake again. That would be that's enough for us. We can all go to bed now. And we'll obviously see you next week. Thank you, Nathan, for trying to cover for me again and carry me, as always.
It's a pleasure, mate. It's all right. We all do our fair share here, but for now, it's going to be enough of our rambling here on OOR. So we'll say good night, we'll get some rest, and we'll see you next week.
Good night.